Is it time? It's time? It's time? Okay, alright, I was quiet. Sorry. I'm still kind of doing technical stuff right now in hopes that everything works and stuff. Fanfest time, let's go. If it's too loud or anything, tell me, please tell me. Hold on, let me write it in chat. Let me write it. Bro, where is it? Okay. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Fanfest time, baby! One day I'll go. One day I'll go. Tell me if it's too low, too high, or anything like that. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm uploading the emotes to 7TV. All the Mudbox emotes. They're getting uploaded, and they should be available on YouTube shortly. Oh man, what do you think we'll see? What do you think we'll see? I mean, okay, Yoshi P cosplay. Come on, we gotta get a Yoshi P cosplay. Oh, okay, that works. Awesome. Come on, begin! Okay, 2 minutes left. I'm so excited. Oh god, I'm so excited. Okay, sorry, I'm filled with energy right now. I made sure to try to get some good sleep for today. My birds will be a bit loud in the background, but it's okay. They'll have to deal with me today. Let's fucking go, dude! Okay, on 10, we're counting down together, alright? We're counting down together on 10. Alright? Get ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Let's go!
Once upon a
can't wait for the real version of the song. Because this is not the real version of the song.
Clear skies and boundless possibilities.
Alright, Corsair, baby!
I dare say our
The one
destination
thing
will
is
soon be in
real.
sight.
Let's
Enjoying
go.
yourself for a change?
Oh! Oh, they already updated it. They already updated the song. It's different. It's already updated, baby.
Come now. There's no cause for panic.
Whoa!
This one might make for a worthy opponent.
That looks so cool. Dude, Extending is always so badass. Dude, that sword looks so good. I like how like decorated it is. Ah, they're cocky. Oh, he's adorable. You minion?
Might you have a moment to speak further?
Oh, Fanfest on again. Oh, two swords! It's two swords! Really? Bro, it's not falling up in this bitch!
At last, we have come to the land you call the New World. My home.
We're done, baby!
Tural.
Oh, fuck me. We're Darkfall, baby! We're Darkfall! Oh, that's so cool. I kind of wanted a gun one, though, but it's fine. It's fine. It's good. It's also, the swords also cool. What a Giga Chad!
Hi guys! I've got something in my ear. Thank you for coming today!
That is so cool!
Welcome to the final
Bro, you need to. Oh, wait! He can point them together! He can point the swords together! You see the nib?
My name is Naoki Yoshida, producer and director of Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah! Let's go!
Also, welcome, Michael Christopher Coach Fox.
Hey, my boy! He's back! He's back to Fanfest!
Hey everyone, it's great to be back. That said, some of you are probably wondering, where's Kate? What did Koji do with Kate?
Koji,
It's
what
okay.
have you done?
Kate
You
is back
monster!
in Japan working with the team overtime to make sure that the game comes out in summer of 2024. So for now, you're stuck with me.
God damn it! God, Koji, you sly fox!
まあまあ確かにね、ケイトさん
You
今もう日本で
dastardly
7.0
devil,
の作業バリバリしてるからね。今日は工事に、プライマルズと同時に通訳をお願いしてます。日本の皆さんも、それから配信を見ている全世界の非課線の皆さんよろしくお願いします。
All right, that's right. Kate is hard at work back in Japan, and we thought that since Koji was going to be here with the Primals, we'd just try to get our money's worth. So,
改めて皆さんこんにちは、お久しぶりです。欧州ロンドン帰ってこれて本当に嬉しいです。
all right, it's great seeing you all again, and I'm so happy to be back in the UK.
I have to check if audio is okay. Hold on. Give me just 1 second. I have to
北米
check
に
if the
続
audio
い
is
て開
okay.
催となるファンフェスティバル2023、2024、今回は欧州ロンドンからお届けしてまいります。
Okay, so now coming hot off the heels of our most recent fan festival in North America, we are excited to kick off the festivities here in London.
Okay, while they're talking about stuff like that, okay. Testing. Okay, audio is audio okay? Testing. Okay. Seems fine. Sorry for disruption. You guys have to check.
そして改
I'm
めて
kinda like a one-man army
9
right
から
now.
数えて13年、そして新生14、今年でついに10周年となります。これまでの本当にたくさんのサポートありがとうございます。改めてお礼を申し上げます。
All right, so we've come a long way in the 13 years since the launch of 1.0 and the 10 years since the relaunch of A Realm Reborn. And we couldn't have made it this far without you. It's been an amazing journey, and you have my deepest thanks for joining us along the way.
Yay!
さあ、欧州ファンフェスティバル、僕の開幕基調講演からスタートしてまいりたいと思います。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
And so now, without further ado, I'd like to officially kick off the keynote address.
Yeah, let's go.
Yoshida-san, what's with the...
気になる。
Yeah, what is it?
確かにね、トレーラーに出てましたね。これと同じ格好の
What's the job
光
name,
の選
though?
手ね。
All right, it kind of looks like what our Warrior of Light was wearing in the trailer.
まあ僕も50歳になったので、そろそろコスプレは勘弁してほしいっていうふうにスタッフに言ったんですけど、まあどうしてもやれと。
So now I just turned 50 years old this year, and I'm getting a little old for cosplay, but the dev team wouldn't take no for an answer, so...
I wouldn't take no for an answer. What's up for me, Yoshi P? Dress up like the Barbie doll you are.
じゃあ早速新情報から参りたいんですが、今スクリーンに映ってるこの、新しい CG イラスト、パッケージデザインになる予定です。ぜひ覚えておいてください。
All right, so with that, let's move on to our first piece of information. First, you have this great artwork up here. This is the package artwork. And, dun-dun.
I'm 100% getting collector's edition. 100% getting collector's edition for Dawn Trail.
では最初にですね、
Dawn Trail's looking
ま
to be
だ
like
絶賛開発中なので
an amazing
お見せできるアクションそんなに多くはないんですが、イメージをつかんでいただくために動画をご用意しています。
And our first new information is about the new job. And as always, rather than have me talk about it, let's give you an exclusive sneak peek with this video showing the job in action. Roll it.
Okay. Wait, that looks good. Wait, that looks really good. The bitrate is kind of dying on the screen. But, like, the model looks really good, right? Oh man, I'm trying to discern. Okay, that was a resource spender, what he did right there. Okay, buff mode. Judgment touch. He's the storm that's approaching. It's windy, and he's coming this way. Okay, it's a Devil May Cry job. It's Devil May Cry the job. Viper.
黄金のレガシー新ジョブ第1弾名前をバイパーと言います。二刀流の近接命令 DPS です。
All right, so the first of our two new jobs being released with Dawn Trail is the dual-wielding melee DPS Viper.
It looked
バイパー
kinda
はファイナルファンタジー
It's hard to say,
14
but
完
it
全
looks
オリジナルジョブとなってます。
Reaper-esque.
Viper is a Final Fantasy XIV original.
Amazing.
世
You
界
love
中
to
から
see
多
it.
数いただいた二刀流忍者とは違った二刀流の、正統派剣士を実装してほしいというたくさんのフィードバックに応える形で今回実装が進んでいます。
So it was designed to cater to those players around the world who have been asking for a new dual-wield job that's different from Ninja.
I'm very happy with that.
この
Dual
黄
wielding
金のレガシ
swords,
ーに
that's
向け
awesome.
て、完全新規で企画開発が進んできてます。
And it was designed specifically for Dawn Trail.
アートにも CG にも
That's
ありま
awesome.
すが、今僕が
We need
装備
more
しているこの
FF14 original
デザインが
things
ジョブ専用
in
装備となってま
FF14,
す。
to be honest.
And as you
I'm
can see
really
here in the
happy with
art
that.
and from what was shown in the video and what I am wearing, this is the Viper's job-specific gear.
では
That's
バイパーの
really
特
cool.
徴を
That's
見
really
てい
fucking
くことにしましょう。
All right, so let's take a closer look at the Viper's characteristics.
Melee DPS.
ロールは近接 DPS で装備枠は忍者と同じデックス命令という区分になってます。
So the Viper's role
Oh,
is
she has
melee
different
DPS,
color
with the gear
eyes.
type falling under the dexterity melee category, or the same as Ninja.
二刀流武器というこの専用の武器を使うことになります。
And Vipers will utilize dual blades that are unique to the job.
クリックしてね。対応クラスは存在していないので最初からジョブの状態で使用可能です。
And of course, Viper will not have any required class. You'll start with the job.
I was really curious, like,
条
okay.
件使う条件は黄金のレガシーの、権利を所有していることと
It's just, I
い
need,
ずれ
I
かの
need,
ジ
I
ョブレ
need
ベ
to
ルが
hyperanalyze
80になっていること
I
で
need
す。
to hyperanalyze
And the
it.
only prerequisites for use being that the players have, of course, purchased Dawn Trail expansion and have at least one job at level 80.
そしてジョブの取得場所クエストの開始地はウルダハを予定してます。
And the starting location for the job quest will be Ul'dah.
Oh,
黄
like
金のレガシ
Reaper.
ースタートに際して条件さえ整っていればすぐに使用可能になりますので、バイパーで、メインクエスト進めていただくのも良いかと思います。
And again, the job should be available immediately at Dawn Trail's launch, as long as the aforementioned prerequisites are cleared. So if you want to play the whole Dawn Trail main scenario as a Viper, you can do that.
続いてじゃあそのバトルイメージちょっと見ていきたいと思います。
All right, let's talk about the battle concept.
バイパーはこの特徴として二刀流武器を使用しますが
So a Viper will use a pair of one-handed blades to attack their foes.
これを用いたこの二刀流の攻撃とさらにこのブレードを合体させた合体剣という攻撃2つ、持ってます。
But they can also combine these blades in a single two-handed weapon to deal heavier blows.
そして特徴的なのはですね、常時ヘイストがかかっている
I hope
ジョ
it's
ブ
like
に
a
なる
stance,
た
and
め
it
に
isn't just
攻
like
撃頻度かなり
click a
高い
button
ジョブになります。
So in addition to
And,
dealing
like,
swift
bursts
attacks that are
for
so
like a while,
fast
right?
that they feel like they already have haste cast on them,
今回、まだ開発中ということで、アクションまだまだ少ないんですが、自己強化することで、先ほどねオーラをまとってましたがそういった強力な、DPS を出せる状態という特殊なモードも用意されてます。
That's cool.
and so a Viper also has the ability to summon this special power to temporarily enhance themselves.
Yeah,
Kind of
Devil
like you saw
Trigger.
with that aura that they had in the trailer. So basically,
Yeah, the
you're
Devil
getting
Trigger
that
we saw.
extra DPS.
ウェポンスキルの間にアビリティを挟む頻度というのも非常に高いことを想定しているので、かなりスタイリッシュかつ操作頻度が高いジョブとして、現在開発が進んでます。
So Viper is a technically demanding yet highly stylish melee job that affords frequent opportunities for players to execute various abilities in between the weapon skills.
ご期待に添えるように、開発を進めておりますので、どうぞこの新ジョブバイパーご期待ください。
Alright, the development team is working hard to create something that lives up to your high expectations, so please look forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it. It looks very cool. I will level it. And if it plays cool, I might even main it.
今のバトルのイメージの
We'll
説
see,
明を
we'll see.
踏まえ
I'm like
て、もう
debating
一
if
度
I
先
should go
ほど
melee
の動
DPS
画、
next
流
expansion
してみたいと思います。
Alright, so now, with all of that I've just explained in mind, let's take one more look at that video. Roll it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, okay. So let's give the breakdown of what's happening here, okay? He killed the cameraman already, you know. Bad code of conduct. So 1, 2, 3. That's just 1, 2, 3 combo. And I'm not sure what that is. That might be like either it has a 4-hit combo or it's like non-combo GC. And that's an OGC. That's an OGC that he just used. The animation, like the way it activated, that's an OGC. That's really all we can discern right now.
このコスプレすごくてですね、武器ちゃんと合体する。
Yeah, they did a really great job with the cosplay.
あんまりやると飾りが取れそう。
Yeah, you should hold off. It's gonna break. Don't break it. Be careful. Calm down.
It's like the
も
blade
ち
just
ろん
salts
こ
up,
の
hits
オー
someone
レ
in
ガ
the
シー
crowd.
で実装されるジョブというのはこのバイ
It's
パー
like
一
just
つだけで
slides
は
off
あり
like,
ません。
little things.
So now you all know that Dawn Trail will feature not one, but two new jobs.
Arthur, my love, I must
す
tell
でに
you one
遠隔
last
魔
thing
法
before I
DPS キ
die.
ャスターであることは皆さんにお伝えしていますが、さてどんなジョブになるのか。
All right, and you already know that the second job is to be ranged magic DPS.
すでに
I have no
北
idea.
米の基調講演でもヒントはもう出ておりますので、答え合わせはすみません、日本のファンフェスまでお待ちください。
I'm a little
As
doubt
for
on
what
that.
that job is, well, other than the little hint I dropped back in Las Vegas, you're gonna have to wait until Tokyo. Sorry.
では、
Yeah, a lot of people are like,
さ
oh,
ら
it's
に
green mage. I'm
Wait,
a
wait, wait,
little...
wait, wait.
何
Wait.
何
I'm not sure if
Are
I'd
you
bite
gonna
on
hold
that
those sword the whole time?
yet. It is
Well, so,
obvious.
yeah.
I guess it could be like one of the obvious choices, but
Yeah.
still.
じゃあちょっと武器スタンド出してもらっていい
Okay,
かしら。
can we bring the stands out for the swords? Maybe? Stands for the sword? Oh, there we go.
おー
Thank you.
Thank you. It's okay.
Okay. And now for your real weapon, the clicker.
Okay.
You ready?
Item level up.
Damn. Damn. The gearing system in the keynote is better than the
続い
gearing
て、
system in
基
games.
調講演進めてまいりたいと思います。新たな拡張パッケージ、黄金のレガシーについて北米でも、ご紹介しましたが、ストーリー改めて簡単に振り返っておこうと思います。
All right, so we already talked a little bit about Dawn Trail's story in Las Vegas, but we'd like to do a little recap before we continue.
まず今回皆さん光の戦士にお届けするのは僕たちからの最高の夏休みがテーマになっております。
So we already talked a little bit about how Dawn Trail would provide the Warriors of Light with a well-deserved summer vacation.
新たなる冒険、そのバカンスの目的地は西方のトラル大陸と呼ばれている地域になります。
And that vacation would be taking place in the far western land of Tyrol.
すでにパッチ 6.5 のメインストーリーパート1にてその片鱗、出ておりますが、
So with the release of part 1 in patch 6.5, you got a glimpse of where the story will be taking you.
本格的にストーリーがこの 7.0 につながっていくのは、パッチ 6.5、メインクエストパート2の方からになりますので、ぜひご注目ください。
But it will be the release of part 2 that you'll better understand what's in store for you and the Scions and how everything in Dawn Trail's main narrative connects together.
光の戦士の皆さんが依頼されるのはトラル大陸におけるある王国の王位継承レースへの助力になります。
So the Warrior of Light has been asked to sail west across the Indigo Deep to assist in a rite of succession for Tyrell's throne.
おなじみのメンバーもちろん勢ぞろいしていきますが、
And of course, all the Scions will be joining the Warrior of Light in Tyrell.
今回そこで繰り広げられるのは暁の血命を二分する
The
王位継承レー
Scions
スです。
divided.
But not all will be on the same side for the upcoming contest.
北米でも聞いたんですけど、ちょっとヨーロッパでも聞いてみましょうか。
Dude, imagine not being on the Warrior of Light side.
暁のメンバーと一緒にレースに
You
参加したいです
absolute
か？
buffoon.
Okay, so we asked the same question in Las Vegas, but we want to ask all of you, who do you want to be with you when you're in the contest? Who from the Scions? Alice?
一番最初にアリゼっていう声がありま
I
す。
heard Alize first. Somebody's really excited.
Punch a bot? No. He's dead. You don't want his corpse to be
い
around.
や、いろんな、いや、これだけでもたくさんの方にね、いろんなキャラクター愛していただいてるのは本当に嬉しいです。
I'm really happy that you all love all of the Scions so much.
誰がレースの敵に回るのかもご注目ください。
But we can't tell you now, but who's going to be on your side? Who's going to be the opposing side? You'll have to wait to find out.
で、この 7.0 拡張の全体のテーマとしては、ファイナルファンタジー14新たな冒険の
Theme
幕
a
開けと
journey
いう
of
テーマを抱え
discovery.
て
That's
ま
cool.
す。
I want a
So
little
the main
Indiana
narrative
Jones
theme for
next
Final Fantasy
expansion.
XIV 7.0 is a journey
It
of new
looks
discovery.
beautiful. I'll be real.
もちろん
Like
ス
the
トーリー
new
も
world
これ
does
までの
look
拡張
beautiful.
パッケージ同様、RPG 丸1本分の体験しっ
It
か
is
り
like one
お
of
届
those,
けしていこうと思います。
And as
Like
always, we
pamphlets
plan
of,
on
like,
providing
this is
players with a
Mexico or
full
something, right?
standalone RPG's worth of story and experiences with this single expansion.
そのきっかけとなる王位継承レースとは何なのか。
What, however, will that story entail? What is this contest?
トラル大陸にはどんなエリアや冒険が待ち構えているのか。
What adventures await in this new land?
そしてエメトセルクも言っていたこの黄金鏡というキーワードは一体何なのか。
And what is this city of gold that Emmett Selk talked about?
もちろんこれまで同様に皆さんに驚いていただく仕掛けというのもご用意していますので、ぜひそのストーリーお見逃しのないようよろしくお願いします。
And of course, we have a lot of other surprises. I can tell you right now, they're going to be big ones.
Bro, don't tease me like
僕
that.
らもここからね、6.0 でストーリー1回ハイデリン
I
ゾデ
wanted
ィア
to
ック編
have
完
another
結して
update on the
この物語
graphics.
がどう皆さんと一緒に転がっていくのかめちゃくちゃ楽しみにしてますので、ぜひ引き続き皆さんと一緒にファイナルファンタジー14作っていきたいと思います。
I mean, I know you guys really enjoyed the Hydaelyn Zodiac series, but we have something that's even better waiting for you in Dawn Trail. We hope you enjoy it.
ではここから、新たな冒険の舞台となるトラル大陸に関して
better, they say.
北米のファンフェスに情報をさらに付け加えて、お届けしていきたいと思います。
All right, so next up, let's talk a little bit more about Tyrell.
The
And we're going to start by
elephant-
expanding on some of the info that
elephant-sized
released back
gonads on
in
these
Vegas.
fuckers to say that.
こ
Okay.
れまでの冒険
I'm
の
with
舞
it.
台は三大州と呼ばれる地域でした。
So up until now, we've spent most of our time on the three great continents.
今回はドーントレイルの冒険により活動地域が西側海を越えた西方へ広がっ
We
てい
get our
き
own
ます。
ship. I
But
want
as
our
we
own
talked about
boat.
last
I
time,
want to
our
be on a
adventures in
boat.
Dawn Trail will be taking us far to the west.
ですの
and I'm gonna
で
name the boat.
今回の
It's gonna
拡
be
張
called
だけで
Anna.
はなく今後皆さんの冒険の舞台は惑星
And Anna will
ハイ
be
デ
her
ン
name.
全体へと及んでいくことになります
But again, this doesn't mean that we've seen all of Heidelin, most of Heidelin, not all of Heidelin.
では前回の北米のファンフェスでもお伝えした、プレイヤータウントライオラというところに関して追加の情報をお伝えしていきたいと思います
All right, so next we're going to talk about that main hub, the main center player hub that the Warrior List of Light will be operating from during Dawn Trail.
これまでのプレイヤータウンよりもかなり多民族、多くの民族入り乱れた、街という特徴になってます
So this city of Tuliyolao will be far different from the existing
I like how
player
even they
hubs that the
can't
players have
pronounce
seen before.
これまではスクリーンショットとアートワークでご紹介したんですが
Studio
開発が進み
I can't- I
動
mean,
画
I
の
can't
準備ができました
really
ので動画でご覧いただこうと思います
So the last time we were only able to show you the city via screenshots and artwork, but this time we've prepared some special in-game footage.
Oh!
So with that in mind, roll the tape.
Roll it! Action! A little bit of frame ratey, right? That's fine. I really like the greenery. I feel like the lighting isn't quite finished. The lighting doesn't look quite finished here. Like you see, that doesn't look like that doesn't look very bright. Which is really like the most thing that I'm looking out for right now, the lighting and such. Looks like a really nice area though. Like the models and everything, they look very nice. It's just the lighting and the shading that I'm
サウンドディレ
really
クター
paying
である
attention to
祖
right
健
now.
からコメントを預かってたんでした
So before we continue, we had a little message from Soken, our sound director.
今の動画の曲まだまだモックアップなので、サンプルだと思ってくださいと、伝えてほしいと言われてます
So he asked me to tell you that the music playing in the video is just a mock-up.
Yeah, I mean,
なので
of
もっと
course,
すごくなるから期
it's
待してて
same
くださ
as
いとのこと
Endwalker.
です
All the
the final
music they
track will
used
be a
were
lot
mock-ups. They weren't like real. They weren't done yet.
トライオラこれまでのプレイヤータウンと異なり、多数の民族文化が溶け合っているというお話先ほどしました
So as I mentioned before, the city is far different from the major cities on Heidelin. It is a culturally diverse, pluralistic state.
トレーラーで主人公と剣を交えていた2つの頭を持つマムージャの王グルールジャジャによって統治された国です
So that massive two-headed Mamulja that we saw the Warrior of Light fighting with in the trailer, that's the current ruler of the nation and king of the Mamulja, Galul Jaja.
このトライオラオールドシャーレアンと、カイロで国交があります
But the Mamulja aren't the only peoples living in the city. On top of that, it appears the city has an established trade route with Old Charlian.
今回ご覧いただいた、動画ウォークスルーですがまだまだ NPC の配置が行われていませんが非常に多くの密度あるオブジェクト、グラフィックスアップデートの効果ご覧いただけたんじゃないかなと思います
So in that walkthrough that you just saw, you saw that there were no NPCs there. Those will be added later. But hopefully you got an idea of what the town will look like and all of the high quality of all of the objects that we have thanks to our graphical update.
では続いてフィールド行ってみましょう
New areas, I mean,
So
of
next
course.
I'd like to introduce you to some of the new areas that you'll find in Tyrol.
トラル大陸の
my
フ
notes
ィールド
have been
まずは
like
前回ご紹介したオ
fucking
ルコパチ
itchy this whole
ャと
morning.
ヤクテル
It's
樹
really
海
annoying.
について
I'm
で
gonna
す
sneeze real quick.
Okay, so first we're going to start off with the two areas that we talked about in Las Vegas, Urkopacha and Yaktel.
こちらも開発が進んでまいりましたので今回は動画で、ウ
I
ォ
open
ー
a
クス
window
ル
real
ーご覧
quick.
いただ
Hold
こ
on.
うと思います
And since we talked last, development, of course, has continued, and we are ready to show you some in-game footage. Roll it.
open a window. Let's just look at the models themselves. But I assume shading is like not finished at all. Bitrate's kind of dying, but the models look good, right? Those screens look good. They look alright. Those things look good. Like, yeah, like the models like themselves look really nice. So that's like really the focus here. I'm just gonna give benefit of the doubt that any and all shading and lighting here is like not quite finished yet. Oh yeah, like at night it's like really noticeable where like the light sources aren't as strong and stuff like that. But everything else, it's like the grass, the greenery, the stones there look great. Like these little things look good, like look really good, right?
まだまだ開発中のエリアではありますが、今回これまで以上に環境設定、自然環境にかなり、注力した自然なエリアというのをご覧いただけたかと思います。
Again, what you saw is still under development, but we've worked really hard on these areas, focusing on creating landscapes that feel even more real and natural than ever before.
I really like the shape of this landscape, because one thing with FF14 landscapes is that, I'm going to turn it down like a little bit, is that they can feel a little flat, right? But like this one on the right, for instance, it's like there's peaks and valleys and shit and everywhere, and that's really good. That's amazing. I love that.
では続いて、ここまでは北米でもお話した情報なので、さらなる新エリアを、アートとスクリーンショットで見ていきたいと思います。
But these two areas we already talked about in Las Vegas. Today, we're going to bring you something new, some new areas, especially for London.
Ooh, spoiling us.
という首都であるトライオラの南に
Like you see, like this vibrant coloring in like the artwork. I really hope the lighting and shading can like make it this vibrant in game.
ドントレーラーのトレーラーの中にも特徴的な、巨大な岩登場していたと思います。岩のある上部とそれから下部2つのエリアに分かれているのがこのエリアの特徴となっています。
Alright, so the unique rock formations that you saw in the trailer are located in this area, and they split the jungle into upper and lower areas through which countless rivers flow.
特に上層と下層の間にある巨大な滝、大瀑布も大きな特徴になっています。
And there are a lot of waterfalls in between the upper and lower areas as well.
That's gonna look beautiful. I hope. Again, it's a lighting and shading thing. If they can nail that, it'll look
Several
beautiful.
different peoples call this region home, meaning there's much adventure to be had.
ではこちらコサマルカ、開発中のスク
Because
リ
an
ーンショッ
artwork
トを
like
ご覧
this,
いた
this
だこう
looks
と思います。
fucking
Alright, so
amazing.
let's take a look at some in development screenshots.
Oh, that looks really good. Like the way the sun is like in between. Oh, that looks cool.
So the screenshots that we have here are from the area's lower elevations.
今までではちょっと作れなかったよう
Oh,
な
and you can like go
景色
above like on those.
環境
Oh, that's so
よく見えてるんじ
cool.
ゃないかなと思います。
I like that a lot.
We're able to create a new type of area that feels very unique from the areas that we've created in the past.
今回特にですね、空気感とかそれから光の表現というものに非常にこだわって開発を進めてます。
And as you can see, special attention has been paid to lighting to create this perfect atmosphere.
そしてこちら、昼間の様子ですね。
And here's
Yeah,
the
oh
jungle
my
in
god,
midday.
it's so vertical,
大瀑布
dude.
から流れ落ちた
It's so
水
vertical.
が
I
いくつ
love
も
this.
の川となり、支流に
This
こ
is
うや
like
って注ぎ
exactly what I
込んで
wanted
きて
out
いる
of
と。
14 areas.
And so the waterfalls from the upper elevations feed the countless small rivers that flow out of the jungle to the sea.
Assuming you can actually
右
go
に
up there and
見えるの
stuff.
が集落ですね。そして中央の木にもよく見ると、
But yeah, like look at the
上の方に
leaves on the tree. The
建造
leaves
物
on
が
the tree
あっ
look
たりする
so
のが
much
わかると
better
思
than
い
they
ます。
do right now.
And so on the right, you you can see a small village, and even in that tree in the center, you can see a small building located within the tree.
そしてこちら最後はやや引いた状
Yeah,
態の
again, I feel like this
円形
light
です
can be a
ね。
little stronger.
And so we've zoomed out a little for this next shot.
まあ見たところあまり危険な雰囲気というのは感じられないと思うんですが、果たしてどういった物語になるのかいろいろ想像していただけると嬉しいです。
So from here, it doesn't look that dangerous, but you all know what lurks in the shadows, so.
さてちょっと続いてももう1エリア紹介していきましょう。
All right,
まず
so let's move on to our next area,
まずはアートでご覧いただきます。
starting with some artwork. wait.
What? What?
Secret.
In-game? Secret?
Oh,
Secret. You can't.
It's a mistake.
They fucking ripped it off. They're like, with a
bug.
fucking marker. It's like, yep, scratching that off real quick.
まあ先ほどまでご紹
Hey,
介
this
して
also
きた
looks
ところと随分雰囲気
Like a
が変わ
desert
り
area with all the
荒野の
cactus
よ
and
うな雰囲気だと思います。
So this arid desert-like region is completely different from the previous.
まあ、あそこにある巨大なシークレットの文字、もちろんマップオブジェクトではないです。
And so we have that big secret. That's not a map object. That's not going to be in the real game, if that wasn't obvious.
あのエリアにですね、
It's not gonna be a giant neon sign that says secret in game. Fuck Yoshi P, you disappointed me yet again.
スポイラーが激しすぎるので、
Don't trail is
シ
the
ークレット
downfall
って
of
書い
Final
といてくれ
Fantasy. I
って
knew
お願
it.
いをしたので、ああなってます。
So yeah, what we have there is something that is very, very pivotal to the story. It's a huge secret, and we didn't want to show it here because we wanted you to experience it in-game, so I made sure that they put secret up there.
なので、この、まあ、基調講演などでお見せしてしまうと、まあ、皆さんの楽しみをね大きく損なってしまう可能性があるので、ぜひですねプレイヤーの皆さんご自身で見ていただけたらなと思ってこういう対応をさせてもらってます。
Again, we want to show a lot of information here, but we also don't want to ruin your game experience. And so for this, because it's such a big secret and it's so exciting, and we want you to experience that in-game, we've decided to keep it under wraps for now.
Yeah, it's
このエ
good
リア
man
の
Yoshi.
名前シャロニ荒野と言います。
All right,
If
so
this
the
was
name of
World of
this
Warcraft,
area
it would have been
is
data mined.
トラル大陸中央部に広がる荒野。
So it is a relatively flat, rain-starved region in central Tyrol.
青林線が発見されたことによってこのエリア近代化が進んでいます。
But here, civilization is experiencing a boom due to a recent discovery of ceruleum deposits.
まあ青林線ってちょっと日本語で言うとね、何ってなると思うんですけど、青林水の湧き出る泉のことですね。
And so basically, there are these kind of springs where the ceruleum bursts up through the ground.
さあこの大陸での冒険、だんだんなんか夏休みなのか本当にっていう感じにちょっとなってきたかなと思います。
So again, we mentioned summer vacation before, but the more we see of Tyrol, the more we realize, the less we understand about Tyrol.
じゃあスクリーンショットもまだ開発中ですがお見せしましょう。
All right, but let's take a look at some in-development screenshots.
かなり広い荒野が広がってますね。
So yes, unlike the dense jungles that we showed before, this area is a lot more open.
このエリアはあれですね、バイクの
It's a
マウ
lot
ント
more
なんか
open,
が
but
大変
it's
似合
like
い
it
そうで
goes
すね。
up
So yeah,
and
it
down.
looks
Like
like this
there's
would be a good
hills and
place to
valleys.
break out
in
your
it.
motorbike mounts.
It looks like
機械がそれから、
the Shadowbringers
技術進歩というの
area,
が
the
目
trolley
覚ましく進んできており、さ
Praise
まざまな人や物との出会い
Praise be
が
the trolley.
皆さんを待ち構えています。
Actually, hold on. I have to check something. If,
So yes, you'll see a lot of
my
newer
emotes are uploaded.
technology and machines, as well as encounter the people that built them.
まあ先ほどのねシークレットの部分がね一番このエリアの特徴なんでお見せできなくて残念ではあるんですが、
Again, as I said before, this area also hides a very, very big secret, but one that I won't be showing today.
この後のまた情報でもちょっとずつあれこんな雰囲気なのかなみたいな情報出てくるので、この後の、基調講演もちょっと見ていってください。
But again, we won't be talking about it today, but there may be some things, some hints in other things that we have for you today that may give you a better idea of what is in that secret area.
もちろん荒野ばかりが広がっているわけではなく、このエリアこうした地域もあってですね、さまざまな文化の融合というのが、行われてます。
Of course, it's not all empty wastes out there. The area features locations such as this one too,
All right.
that are populated by a
Emotes
variety
should
of
be
peoples.
enabled in YouTube right
かなり
now.
の
So let's test it
ドラマ
out.
性高い物語用意してい
Let
ま
me
すの
test it
で
out.
ストーリー展開にぜひご注目ください。
Right, as for what drama awaits you here, as well as the other areas that we showed today, you'll just have to look forward to it.
ではエリアの紹介これぐらいにして、前回北米でご紹介したペルペル族に続き、もう一有効部族ちょっと紹介してみようかなと思います。
Let me
So
see
moving on
this
from
chat.
areas, next up we'd like to talk a little bit about the types of peoples that you'll meet in Tyrol.
まあこれはね皆さんちょっと見たことがあるだろうなと。
So this next one, some of you may
I guess they're
recognize
not
them.
added to the YouTube account yet. Okay.
こちら
The
名前
Moblins.
をモブリン族と言います。
And they are called the Moblins.
エオルゼア地域ではゴブリンと呼ばれている部族ですが基本的には同一部族ですね。
So they strongly resemble the goblins that reside in Eorzea, but they have their own unique characteristics.
ちょっと特徴をご紹介しましょう。
And let's take a look at those characteristics.
先ほどご紹介したコザマルカに住む、一つの部族です。
So these Moblins mainly reside in the previously mentioned jungles of Kozamauka.
三大州に住まうゴブリン族はメカが大好きでしたね。
So, and unlike the goblins of the three great continents who are expert builders and tinkers,
こちらは調達の達人ということで大きく考え方が異なっているようです。
these Moblins are experts in gathering and procuring items.
彼らとの
Okay,
協調
so
でです
the
ね、
goblins are
どんなものづくり
crafters.
が、
These are
行われ
gatherers.
てい
Okay,
く
so
の
what
か
if we
楽
make
しみな
them
ところで
kiss?
す。プレイヤーの皆さ
And
ん、
both
特
of
に
them
ね、
can level
クラフタ
my
ーとか
account
ギャザ
for
ラー
me.
とか、絡んでくる可能性が非常に高いんじゃないかなと思います。
And so with these Moblins and allies, just think of all the wonderful things that adventurers might create, especially our crafters and gatherers.
ではエリアの追加情報をお届けしてまいりました。
All right, I think that's about enough today. That's all we can say regarding Tyrol.
ではさらに黄金のレガシーのコンテンツも含めた全体の内容、北米の基調講演おさらいしつつ新情報を混ぜながら進めていきたいと思います。
Now, I'd like to talk more about the other features and content that await Warriors of Light in Dawn Trail.
Yay! Yeah, I'm more interested in this. I mean, obviously, yeah, we went over this. Obviously, we don't need to share this, guys. We don't need
皆
to
さ
share
んの
this.
お
It's
かげ
okay.
でついに皆さんのレベルが100に到達することになります。
So as you know, we'll be taking the level cap into triple-digit territory, level 100, and that's thanks to you.
We're definitely gonna need a level squish at some point.
皆さんレベル最後どれぐらいまで行きたいですか？
How far do you want to go? We're at 100 now. How far do you want to go?
Bro, back to
2000.
60. It's like back to 60 or some shit. This is gonna need to be squished.
ねあんまりレベルの桁が上がりすぎてもね
For a lot of
UI.
reasons.
Need more space.
Yes, yes.
Too many numbers. We need to-
EXP
That's right. The XP bar is just.
せっかく一回ね桁下げたの
That's
に
right. We got rid of some of those zeros, so we're gonna have to add.
もちろんクラフターやギャザラーの皆さんもすべてレベルキャップ100に、させていただきます。
And of course, this will be for all jobs, including disciples of the land and hand.
Yay, Leaf, you can level up for me. Yay!
では続いてバトルコンテンツに関してちょっと新情報も交えつつお伝えしていきたいと思います。
All right, next, I want to talk a little bit about some of 7.0's core battle content. We have some new things
Yes,
to show you as well.
yes. Tell it to me.
まずフィールドの
Well,
アクティブ
I
タイ
don't
ム
give
イ
a
ベ
shit
ン
about
ト
this.
いやそれからモブハント新しいトレジャーハント、これらすべて、いつも通りしっかりたくさん用意させていただいてます。
So, active time events, the fates, the hunt, treasure hunts, we're going to have all these.
でもちろん新しいダンジョンというのもたくさんありま
Oh,
す。
that looks,
And
that
of
looks a
course,
bit
we're working on
mechanical,
many
doesn't
new
it?
dungeons as
Oh,
well.
it's a cerulean mine.
ダンジョン
It's a dungeon.
Yeah, it's a cerulean mine.
ダンジョンの数も
They
ですね
talked about this
これ
in
まで以上
in the Blue Mage
の
quest.
まあ同数しっかり
How,
用意させていただいてます。
People
制
from
作
Ul'dah,
順調に
like
進
we're
んでます
going to the
Okay,
new
and we're
world
going to
to
have
try
at
and
least
excavate
as
for
many
ceruleum.
dungeons as we've had in the past expansions.
今回はいくつかのダンジョンについてスクリーンショットやアートワークでちょっとさらにね追加情報としてお伝えしていこうと思います。
Right, so next, let's take a look at some art and screenshots showcasing a few of those dungeons in development.
と言いながらこのアートも新情報だよね。
But yeah, this art, this is awfully new.
まずスクリーンショット1枚目。
All right, off to our first screenshot.
ダンジョン
This is a dungeon.
ダンジョン
This is a dungeon. Dungeon? Area? Dungeon.
It's a dungeon.
It's a dungeon.
Yes.
Okay, as long as you're sure.
まあダンジョンというとねどうしてもこう洞窟をイメージされがちなんですが、この一見川の普通のフィールドに見えるところこちらダンジョンで、なんとジャングルクルーズからスタートします。
So yeah, when people think dungeons, they usually think like caves, but looks like this one will start off as a river cruise.
まあねちょっとどんな戦闘とかね、キャラクター同士の掛け合いとか繰り広げられるのか今からちょっと楽しみですね。
But I'll let you imagine what kind of battles and player interactions are going to go on there.
でもちょっと落ちたくないね。
I don't want to fall in the river though. No, not a good
It
idea.
looks a little dirty.
ね
Like
なんか
crocodiles,
そう
But I love the
piranhas.
color on the grass.
やられそう。
I actually really like the color. Oh, this
こちら
looks nice.
まあ一
It's
見
like
す
the
るとちょっ
dungeon
とア
they
ートワーク
reworked
にも
recently, right?
見
Oh,
え
it's
る
a
かもしれません
Tempera
が、こちら
Deep
実機の、
Was it?
画像になります。
So I know this looks a lot like artwork, but this is an actual in-game screenshot.
川登りなのか川下りなのかそれらを向かった先がこんな感じです。
It looks good.
So yeah, are we going
I like
upriver,
that.
downriver? Who knows? But at the end of the cruise, this is what awaits.
いやアートに見えるよね。
It does really look like artwork.
この環境セットアップしている開発者今回ロンドンのファンフェス来てますんで、後ほど開発パネルでもこういったお話ししてくれると思います。
So yeah, the team that actually worked, one of the members of the team that actually worked on this, and the environment team is here today, and is going to be up here on stage. So looking forward to meeting and hearing what he has to say about this.
Oh my god, that looks beautiful.
さてさらに雰囲気一転して全然また変わったこれもダンジョンです。
All right, and now we're somewhere completely different. This also is one of the new dungeons.
これもねなんかアートに見えるね。
Oh, that looks
also very-
fucking
yeah, it
beautiful.
looks like
Holy
art.
shit.
こちらは外なのかそれか何かの一部なのか自然地形と人工物の間
Like
に
on the side of a
何か
mountain,
紫色
it's
の
foggy,
新植物、
like
存在
It's
してます、ね
dominant. I like it a lot.
So is this somewhere outside or inside? Is it a part of something? Are those natural formations or man-made? And what are those purple things growing everywhere?
先ほどのエリアをもう少し上がったところになるんでしょうか。
And here's another look of the same dungeon, but up from a little higher.
明らかに、雰囲気遺跡と思われるものがあるんですがちょっと雰囲気異様な感じですね。
So yes, we can see some strange architecture that resembles ancient ruins.
これまでに光の戦士の皆さんが冒険してきたどのエリアともちょっと違った印象になっているんではないかと思います。
So yes, this is far different from any place the warriors of light have journeyed before.
ではダンジョンのお話最後にですね、開発中の他のダンジョンの、まだちょっと実機はお見せできないんですがアートワークを2枚ほど持ってきましたのでちょっとご紹介していこうと思います。
So finally, we have some artwork for 2 more dungeons that we'd like to show you, but you're going to have to use your imaginations to visualize how they're going to turn out in-game.
まず1枚目
So this is our first.
まあこちらまさに It's a dungeon
It's a dungeon.
It's a dungeon
It's a dungeon.
古代の遺跡のようですが
It's
しっかりしたこういうね構造を持って
The
る
software,
というふうにね
cut that
アー
out.
ト見えますね。
But again, this also has that look
We need
of,
we need a sample of
sturdily
Yoshi
built
P saying
ancient ruins
it's a
to it.
dungeon.
こちらはすでに、レベルデザイナーのレベルデザインが終わりそのレベルデザインに合わせた、構造をアートチームがこうデザインしてってるからですね。
Okay, but what you see here is not concept art. In fact, the level design for the dungeon is already complete, and this artwork was created to help the modeling team.
本当はですねこういう端のあたりにですね アート担当者のこうスタッフからの注意書き、モデリングするための注意書きとか設定がものすごい数書き込まれて
Yeah,
るんですが、
it's reference art.
さすがにねお見せするわけにいかないのでちょっと消してきました。
So now, artwork like this usually has a lot of text written in the margins to help the designers. It's filled with lore and secrets. But we just kind of cut that out because, to avoid spoilers. Sorry.
そしてもう一枚。
Okay, and now for the surprising one.
Yeah, it's a cerulean line.
メカニカル
Summer vacation?
サマーバケーション
Summer vacation.
Yes.
Okay.
Summer vacation.
Maybe cold capsule.
Oh,
Yes,
say
yes.
cold because it's so hot.
Maybe.
Okay.
こちらもダンジョン、しかもメインストーリーに登場するダンジョンなんですが、
Yeah,
あまりの
it's from the
機械文明の
Blue Maze
発展にちょっ
quest
とびっ
line
くり
where
します。
So
the
yes, this is
like
a dungeon
the
for the 7.0
indigenous like
main
Nuo
scenario.
people
But
had a
again,
sacred land
unlike the
filled with
nature
ceruleum,
that we've seen
and
before, this
Ul'dah
has a lot
settlers
of
tried to like
詳
like
細な
colonize
解
it
説
and
は
like
差し控えますが、
basically
やはり
like
この
take it away from them.
7.0の冒険、単なる光の戦士の夏休みでは終わらなさそうな
Because
気配
apparently the
が
New World
漂
has
って
a
い
shit ton
ま
of
す。
ceruleum,
So
and
yes,
that
it
is
looks like
stuff
Dawn
that's
Trail is
really
going to be a
valuable.
little bit more than your ordinary summer vacation.
Like it's essentially what allows magic tech to exist.
ではこのダンジョンに登場する、強敵、ボスの一体をちょっとご紹介しようかなと思います。
All right, so now that we've seen where you're going to fight, let's find a little bit about more about who you're going to fight.
まあ前回はね、透滅戦の相手を表示しましたが、今回ね透滅戦ではないんですが、
So last time in Las Vegas, we showed one of the raid bosses.
バリガレマンダに続いてもう一体大型のモンスターの紹介となります。
And this one is not a raid boss like Valagarmanda that we showed in Las Vegas, but we have a very important and large enemy to show you.
Woo!
え
Woo! That looks cool.
名前をですね今回ご紹介するのはエリミネーターという
Eliminator. That's cool.
もうどんどん夏休みから遠ざかっていく。
Yes,
Bro,
we're getting a
straight
little
out
bit
of
further
Power
away from
Rangers, this
summer
one.
vacation again. Yeah?
まあさてどんな形で出会いどんな戦いになるのか伏せておきますが、こういった今まで多分皆さんが黄金のレガシーでちょっと想像してたのとだんだん変わってきたんじゃないかなと思います。
Now, we can't tell you much about it yet or exactly how you meet, but it's obvious that we're going against expectations for Dawn Trail so far.
このエリミネーターね機械なのかそもそも生物なのかダンジョンのアートワークに続いてねだんだん謎が深まっていく基調講演になってるかなと思います。
Again, it's hard to tell if this is a machine or if it is alive or something in between. Yeah?
ああじゃあ続いてコンテンツサポーター、まあこちらアップデートは行っていきますがもちろん今回も全てのメインストーリーのダンジョン対応させていただいてます。
Okay, next up we have our duty support feature, and you'll be happy to know that this feature will be made available for all of the instance dungeons for 7.0's main scenario.
かなり新しく、コンテンツサポーターとして加わるキャラクターも多いです。
And of course, there's going to be a lot of new characters that are going to be included in this duty support feature.
たくさんの AI 作らなきゃいけなくて、ゲームデザイナーたちすごい四苦八苦しながら開発進んでます。
But that means our game designers and programmers are having to work a lot on all of the new AI.
そして多数の新装備、
I see
新
those
クラフト
goggles,
もちろんギア多数用意しておりま
I
す。
see those
And with all these
fucking
new dungeons
goggles.
and enemies, the Warrior of Light will need some
Let me
proper
wear
new
it.
gear, and we have a lot of new recipes to make sure that you're properly kitted.
おしゃれがね気になる皆さんもぜひご期待ください。
And of course, we'll be introducing a lot of fashionable items as well.
ではちょっと新しい装備のアートワーク見てみましょう。
So let's take a closer look at some artwork for these new items.
まずギャザラークラフターもね専用装備当然すべて一新されます。
All right, disciples of the land in hand will of course be getting new
They're
job-specific gear as well.
fashionable.
モデリングも第一次グラフィックスアップデートを行った状態で順調に進んでいます。どのように実機で見られるかご期待ください。
So we're currently in the modeling phase of development with our new graphical update. So for now, you're going to have to imagine how these designs will look when rendered in game.
そしてこちらは ジョブ専用装備の一部ですね。
And here we have some job-specific gear for the Disciples of War and Magic.
まあどれがどのジョブかは言わなくても大丈夫だよね。
We don't need to tell you
Hello,
what jobs these are for,
Dark
right?
Knight.
今回もジョブ専用装備はですね、冒険のその地域の、特徴デザインにあまり寄せず、そのジョブのイメージというのをストレートに、書き起こすようにというふうに、ディレクションしてます。
Okay, instead of designing the gear to match more of the geographical or cultural feel of Tyrol, we decided to take a much more straightforward approach with their design.
Hello,
では続い
Dark
て、
Knight.
新たな生活系
Expansive
大規
new
模コンテン
lifestyle
ツ
content. All right, that's where I'm losing a
So,
lot
as
of.
I mentioned back
If
in
this
Las
is really
Vegas, we are planning
expensive,
some
I'm losing
expansive
people
new
to this.
lifestyle content for Dawn
I'm
Trail.
never seeing you
まあ
again.
7.X
I'll never
シ
see
リーズ
certain people
において
again.
もですね、石ガルド復興とか、それから無人島開拓に続く新しい、生活系の大規模コンテンツお届けしていく予定です。
This will be new content that will be featured alongside existing content such as the Ishgardian Restoration and Island Sanctuary.
なんとかですね、この場で発表したかったんですが、
I see.
もう少し企画の詳細を詰めたいということで、残念ながら詳細までは
I
今日
do
お
wonder
伝
if
えで
they're
きないんですが、
gonna
日本のファンフェスでは
drop Island
内容をお
Sanctuary
届
like
けでき
die
るか
them
と思い
and
ます
focus on this instead.
So the plan was to show you that new content here, but the team in charge didn't think it was quite ready and wanted just a little bit more time. So we're going to be putting off the big reveal until Tokyo. So we have to wait a little bit longer.
開発チーム頑張ってるのですいません、許してください。
The dev team is hard at work, so please forgive
Fuck
them.
it, damn blue balls. All those Stardew Valley
あ
mains
りがとうございます。
sent to the Shadow Realm.
皆さんの拍手でね、今めっちゃ日本で頑張ってくれてると思います。
All right, they just heard your cheering, and so now they're like, oh, gotta get back to work. Gotta
ありがとうございます。
So thanks.
ただ今回の、生活系の大規模コンテンツ、前回ね無人島開拓は一人で遊ぶものっていう形でしたが、今企画しているのは皆さん多人数で、遊んでいく盛り上がっていくというコンテンツの企画内容になってますので、また詳細の発表をねご
Alex
期待いただけ
Saladin
れば
way
と
too
思い
much
ま
right
す。
now.
So while Island Sanctuary was more solo content, this new content that we have planned for Dawn Trail is going to be something that you can enjoy with a lot of people.
Whoa! Group farming.
さてでは各種バトルコンテンツもご紹介しましょう。
New
All right,
variant,
we
new
mentioned,
8-player raid,
battle
new
content a
ultimate
little
raid.
earlier,
Of
but we
course,
have a
of course,
lot
of
more
course.
installed.
さあ、これらのバリアントダンジョン、8人レイド、それからもちろん Z シリーズも、7.X シリーズ頑張って、これらすべて作ってまいります。
So we'll be adding new variant dungeons, a new 8-player raid, and a new ultimate raid that will be just as challenging as those that become before.
そして当然ながらアライアンスレイドも新シリーズ始まります。
And of course, we can't forget our alliances out there.
今日ここではですね、
Please reveal
そ
the
の
theme.
次のアライ
Please
アンスレ
reveal
イ
the
ドが
theme.
一体どんなものになるのかご紹介したいと思います。
And so here in London, we are excited to finally announce our latest Alliance Raid series.
Yeah! 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 From that Vanadil. Whoa! Whoa! I love that artwork.
わあ、ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
Thank you. 次のアライアンスレイドシリーズのタイトルはエコーズ・オブ・バナディールというタイトルでお届けします。
So our newest Alliance Raid is Echoes of Vanadil.
MMORPG として大先輩であるファイナルファンタジー11運営開始か
Dude,
らすでに
Arthur's must be
21
fucking
年、
nutting
その
himself
運営
right
20
now.
周年を記念して我
Arthur
々
must be nutting in
次な
public.
るアライアン
Look
ス
at
レ
the
イドシ
crowd.
リーズは
See
そ
if
の
you
ファ
can
イ
see
ナル
the
ファンタジ
crowd.
ー
He maybe
11の世
nutted
界を
already.
垣間見る冒険をお届けしたいと思います。
So to celebrate over 20 years of Final Fantasy XI, we are turning to our MMORPG Senpai
Yes.
and stepping into Vanadil to get a glimpse of this wonderful, exciting world.
果たしてどんなストーリー、どんなボスが登場するのかぜひご期待ください。
As for what story will feature, who you will meet, what bosses you will fight, we can't tell you that.
もちろんファイナルファンタジー11から続くねこのファイナルファンタジーシリーズの長い MMO を楽しんでいただいている、そして今もねファイナルファンタジー11遊んでいただいている方にも楽しんでいただける内容に仕上げていこうと思ってます。
But we can guarantee that it'll be something that longtime fans of Final Fantasy XI and even players of fans right now will be able to truly enjoy.
さあじゃあちょっと質問していいですか。
So, speaking of which, I have a question for all of you.
11今もやってるんだよなって。
How many people out there are still playing 11?
おおありがとうございます。いやいやもう11はめちゃくちゃやったよ。今は14やってるけど11めちゃくちゃやったよっていう。
And so, how about people that, I'm playing 14 right now, so I don't have time for 11, but I played a lot of 11 back in the day.
ああすごい。
Okay, a little more people, not that many.
長らくですね我々スクエアニックスの MMO を支えていただい
I
て
think
本
our
当にあ
first
りが
is
とう
like
ございます。
have to put in a little
So
extra
yes,
juice on
thank
that one.
all of you who've been supporting Square Enix through our MMORPGs for such a long time.
おそらくですね配信を見てくださってる、方々も大いに今ね手を挙げてくださってるんじゃないかなと思います。
And I bet a lot of people watching on the stream as well have been raising their hands.
ぜひぜひご期待ください。
So again, please look forward to it.
Yay! That's awesome. That's super cool.
では
That is
さら
super
に、
cool.
コンテンツ継続してアップデートしていきますよというお話をちゃんとしておこうと思います。
And of course, we're going to continue our updates of existing contents as well during the 7.x series.
もう一個一個は説明しません
Hold on,
が
I'm gonna test. Okay, there we go.
I'm not going to explain each of them here, but you can get the idea.
もうこれらは
Further,
一個ずつ
more
言いません
Hillebrand,
引き
more
続き
plans for
7.x
Deep Dungeon.
でも大量のアップデートをお届けしていく予定です。
Gold
So yes,
Saucer
you can
update,
expect
PvP
updates of
update. Okay.
all the content you see here.
And Dunker looks
そし
fucking
て
huge, dude.
まあこれだけじゃなく
This
て
is
ですね
this
久
is
しぶり
probably
に
the biggest expansion we're ever gonna get.
こちらも予定してます。
But we have something even more special.
え
And
Whoa!
青魔同士リミテッドジョブとして登場していますが、その第2弾新しい次なるリミテッドジョブというものの開発を今進め始めてます。
all
That's
right, to
fucking
go alongside
Beastmaster,
Blue
dude.
Mage, we are currently
100%.
working on an all-new second limited job.
I really like the limited job thing. It's like an alternative way to play the game.
ちょっとしばらく
It's like
お待ちいただく
like a
こと
new
にはなり
mode.
ますが、
But again, its release isn't currently planned until the latter half of the 7.x series.
まあどんなジョブになるのかちょっと聞いてみようかな。
But, we do hope to tell you more about it soon, but we're going to kind of ask you, what do you think it's going to be?
Yes.
Beastmaster! Beastmaster!
Beastmaster!
あービーストマスター、ビーストマスター結構いる。ちょっとコウジ聞いてみてよ、他にどんなのあるか。
Anything else? Fisher?
Fisher? What? What?
いやいやいやいや。
We already...
Limited job Fisher?
結構ね、からくり師ってさ、
Okay, so see if we can find art for
can't remember.
anywhere. Or
What is it?
Gino. Look for a bald head.
からくり師。
Puppet!
パペットマスター？
Puppet Master.
ああ、なるほどなるほど。
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about Puppet Master.
いやー、そうあんまり言うとさ、なんかそれっぽくなっちゃうから。
Beastmaster.
ビーストマスター。なあ。まあでもやっぱりパーティープレイではなかなか、実現できない、遊びとセットで、新しいリミテッドジョブ開発していきますので、まあぜひどんなものになるか、お待ちいただければと思います。
But yeah, we're really excited. We're working on a lot of different ideas, something that we can do that's separate from party play, similar to how it is with the Blue Mage. So yeah, please look forward to it.
まあそんなに
Dude, if you go around and collecting beef like fucking Pokemon around the world,
していけるんじゃないかなと
I'm
思ってます。
excited.
企画は順
I'm
調に
hyped.
進んで
I'm
おり
fucking
ます。
hyped.
Well, we
Okay?
can't say
If
any more
it's like
here.
fucking
We do hope to
Pokemon,
reveal
let's
more
fucking
information
go.
very, very soon.
各種コンテンツアップデート、ここまで触れてきましたが、今回もですねグラフィックスアップデートの、進捗についてこの場でちょっとお伝えしたいと思います。
All right, so now that we've talked about our content updates, I'd like to move on to the planned first graphical update.
前回のファンフェス途中経過をお伝えしてますが、その途中経過に対して皆さんからのフィードバック、いただいてます。そこでさらに調整しましたよというのをちょっとお伝えしたいと思って持ってきてます。
Okay, so after showing everyone our progress with the graphical update back in Las Vegas, we got a lot of player feedback. Over the past few months, we've taken that feedback and we've made even further adjustments.
メインキャラクターの種族アウラだよっていう方、
Oh,
So how many people here have an aura character?
I got an aura.
持ってきたのはこのアウラの
Horns and scales.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the auras, horns and scales.
できるだけね皆さんのイメージ損なわないように注意しつつ行っているグラフィックスアップデートなんですが、
Again, we've been tweaking a lot with our new graphical update.
中でも前回途中経過注目されたのアウラ族の角とかそれから鱗の表現っていうものに、いろんなフィードバックいただきました。
So yes, our main goal was to introduce these fine adjustments that won't feel too drastic and ruin that unique look that we've all gotten used to. And if you recall, this includes tweaks to polishing things like the aura horns and scales.
まず次にお見せするのが前回北米でお見せした途中経過のスクリーンショットです。
Okay, so first off, we're going to start by showing you what we showed you back in Las Vegas.
Okay, okay.
これがね前回お伝えしたもの。
All right, and this is what we showed you last time.
角の表面とか鱗に結構光の反射があってちょっとエナメルっぽい質感だった自分たちのイメージとちょっと違ったっていうフィードバックも、結構議論として寄せられてました。
So back in Las Vegas, the horns and scales that we showed you were very reflective and had a very strong enamel type of feel, and it was not something that a lot of people had expected.
まあこれはこれでやっぱりこう反射があるので、まあクオリティとしては比較的高く見えやすい気はするんですが、
And with this reflectivity, I mean, it looks very high quality, so it was good for showing off that improved in quality of the horns.
我々が 3.0 で、企画した時のアウラの元のイメージに近づけるようにさらに、継続して調整を続けてきました。
But it didn't really match our vision of what we wanted the aura to look like from our original design back at 3.0, so we continued tweaking.
すごい微妙なのでメインキャラクター
So
アウラ
they're
の人
still taking
一生懸命
feedback
画
on the
面見てください。
graphics.
All right,
That's,
and
I
so
mean,
this
that's
is where
good.
it's a very, very small change, so look very, very closely.
That's pretty small.
And
But it
これ
looks
が
better.
前回。
this is before.
It looks better. It's just like yeah, it's just very small. It's small. It was a very small tweak.
So
Yeah.
it wasn't even more exciting.
まあ光沢がね強く出ていた質感をちょっと落として本体の色へ近づけてよりなじませるということをやってます。
So we're continuing our work on lowering that reflectivity to be able to get the horn color to something more natural and closer to what we originally intended.
前回お見せした他の種族というのもですね前回のものがフィックスではなく、皆さんのその感想フィードバック見てどんどんギリギリまで細かくクオリティアップや調整を続けています。
So this goes for all of the updates for the other races as well. We've been receiving a lot of feedback, and what we showed you in Las Vegas wasn't the final product, but a work in progress.
ちなみになんですけど
Okay?
このスクリーンショットのこのアウラの女性のね首にちょっとライン入ってるんですけど
And so some of you with some very good eyes maybe notice a little line on the neck
これ
of
ちょ
the
っと
female aura.
急いで首くっつけたんでちょっと
And so basically when creating this, we had to rush and like we just took a head and popped it on a body.
これは大丈夫治るんで
Oh,
We'll fix
okay.
this.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
次なんです
The
が
high res head and a low poly body.
Alright,
さらに細かいお話をちょっとさせてください
So we talked about something very detailed, and so for next we're going to talk about something even more detailed.
フ
Okay.
ァイナルファンタジー14、
Okay.
9番と呼ばれているオリジナルのファイナルファンタジー14が13年前にリリースされ、まあ、その時から、より快適に遊べるようにという形で R エルムリボーンが作られてます。
So as many of you know, the original Final Fantasy XIV was released almost 13 years ago. Then a couple years after that, A Realm Reborn was released to improve upon the original.
1.0 から遊んでるよ。
How many people here have been playing since 1.0?
Oh.
Legacy.
Thank you. でその新生版を作るにあたってですね、やはりできるだけ短い期間で作り上げていくということで Q14 のそのモデリングっていうのをうまくアレンジしてここまでやってきたという歴史が実はあります。
So when making the move from 1.0 to A Realm Reborn, we didn't have a lot of time. So we ended up having to repurpose some of the original character models for A Realm Reborn.
今回グラフィックスアップデートではそれらの調整を行う際にこの9番から使っていたモデルというのにも改めて全てに手を入れて完全に新しいものへと進化させることにしました。
And so now, to coincide with the graphical update, we had to revisit our use of these older 1.0 models.
これこそめちゃくちゃ細かいのでちょっとよく見てください。
Okay, this is going to get really, really detailed, so
Okay.
look carefully.
ララフェルですね。
Okay, so we have our Lalafell.
これ現在のララフェルです。
This is the Lalafell that's
Ugly and
in game right
kickable
now.
as God
可愛い
intended.
ですね。
And of course, cute as ever.
ちょっとです
Not the
ね、
word I would use.
ここに注目してください。
So I want you to focus on this part of the face.
Yes. No
そ
chin.
の
Chinless
あ
and
たり
poor.
So yeah, right there around the chin.
できる限りですね、キャラクターモデルを軽くかつ高品
Is
質
that
に
the
見せる
best?
ために
Yeah, that's what. Is that the best
ロ
part?
ーポリゴンを実はですね、ほっぺたの下にすごい四角いポリゴンを無理やり入れてですね、そこで顎の影のラインをつけるみたいなすごいなんて言ったらいいんだろう、テクニックみたいなことを実はやってます。
So, to ensure character models weren't a burden on the system, but also maintain a high visual quality, we implemented the use of these low polygon shapes. And the remnants of those can kind of be seen today in around the cheek and the jawline, those straight lines.
ただ今回
Yeah,
キャラク
it's
ターの肌の質感を
you
上
can
げ
see
て
here. Like
より
I don't know if you see
影
my
が
mouse on
リアルに
stream.
滑
I
ら
don't
か
think
に
you
表示
do.
されていく
Yeah,
ため
you
にで
don't.
すね、
But
ノ
you
ーマル
can
マップと
see like
呼んで
it's
いる
kind of like
顔の
hexagonal
凹凸データ
almost.
みたいなものっていうのも全て改めて綺麗に作り直しています。
Okay, so with the graphical update, however, we went back and we retooled and recreated what is called our normal map data, which in other words
Okay.
is basically this data that's meant to represent the
Yeah, I know what
bumps
a
and
normal
dips and
map is, Yoshi.
irregularities of those textures.
そのためですね、その新しいグラフィックスの状態に、この旧の状態のモデルをそのテクニックを残したままにしてしまうと、逆にその非常に小さいポリゴンが不自然な影を作ってしまうみたいなことが、出てきました。
Okay, however, by doing that, it caused some conflicts with the existing low polygon data that we'd been using since 1.0, creating even
I
these
get it.
more
Okay, yeah,
mysterious
that's
bumps and
yeah, I
dips
understand.
and shadows.
Yeah, that is rough.
わかるかな？
Can you tell?
わかる？
So there, and that's what happened.
ここにね、
I see.
すごい微妙に外側に
It's a
尖っ
little.
たポリゴン
Yeah, I
が
see. I see.
影の邪魔をしてるんです。
So you can
Yeah, I
see
see
kind
that
of
how
those,
the
these bumps
normal
on the
map
chin
is.
that are kind of affecting the shadows.
いや、わかんねえよっていう反応だなこれ。
And everybody's like, I don't know, see, what?
ただこれララフェル使ってる方どれぐらいいます？
How many people are using Lalafells?
皆さん自分のララフェルが一番可愛いと思ってますよね。
And so, of course, you think your Lalafell is the cutest, right?
なのでだからこそこういう細かいその違いっていうのをなくさないようにできればしていきたい。ただこれからのクオリティアップデートを考えていくとどうしてもその味として残していたそのローポリゴンのテクニックみたいなものを取っていかないとさらに綺麗にはならないので、そういう細かいところまで調整させてもらって
For
ま
you,
すっていうのが
for you
今
that
回の
don't know
お知
what
ら
a
せです。
normal map is,
And so I know that some
I
people
love
may
that
look at these
talk.
kind of imperfections born from these old techniques as something that makes Lalafells Lalafells. And we didn't want to get rid of them all because we know that that's what makes the Lalafell special. But moving with this graphical update and having something that matches that, we decided it was time to at least touch them up.
これが最新です。
And so this is the new version.
Okay, so a lot of people are gonna look at this and not
So you
really
can
know
tell
what's
that, like,
going
the
on.
shadow is now much more natural.
Well, let me explain.
すごい細かいんですけど
Yeah, let me explain a little bit what's going on here. So
closely.
a normal map, what a normal map is that when you make a model, you don't want the model to be like this super high polygon thing,
まあ
right?
まあ基調講演
You
で
want
話
to
す内容な
have
の
the
か
most
って
detail with the least
思
polygons
わなくも
possible.
ないんですけど
Because that's
You're probably all
performative,
wondering, it's like,
right?
could
But
we
you
have
also
not
want the
done this
model
like
to
in a
look
different
as good as
panel? Did it have
possible.
to be
So
the
what you do
keynote?
is you create what's called
全ての
a
全
normal
て
map.
のプレイヤーの皆さんのキャラクタ
And
ー
essentially what a normal map is that it is a higher poly version of the model you have that you texture over the low poly model. So it looks higher res than it actually is. That's what a normal map is.
前をこう比較してほんのちょっとでもポリゴンの角があったら何なんだこのポリゴンはって言って、まあ、そういうことを日夜やっているのでぜひグラフィックスアップデート楽しみにしててくださいというお話です。
But again, we wanted to show you this especially because we wanted to show you just how hard we are working on this graphical update. We understand that you all love your characters and we don't want to change your characters, but we do want to make them look a lot better. And so we're working on these tiniest of issues to improve it. I'm there looking at everything. If I see even a hint of a polygon, I'm like, no polygon! And so, again, this is the extent of the work that we're doing, and we wanted to show that with you here today.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That is. It looks like a very small thing.
こ
I
れだけだと
understand
ねい
if
く
you
ら
don't
なんでも
understand
ちょっと細かすぎ
the
るだろう
work
ということで
process
す
of
ごい
this.
分かりや
It
すいス
looks
クリーン
like
ショット1個持ってきま
that
し
looks
た
kind of
All right,
small.
that was
Whatever.
enough talk about the super tiny
That is a
technical
pain in
issues.
the
Let's talk about
ass.
something
That
easy.
is a pain in the ass to do.
グラフィックスアップデートで
Bro, why they're all smiling at me?
帽子と頭装備とです
Bro,
ね
why
メガネ
why
が
is the
同時に装
Rogan
備できるように
smiling
な
at me
る
like
キャラク
that?
ター集めてみました
And so, the glasses. Helmets, glasses, what's easier than that?
というわけで第一次グラフィックスアップデート順調に作業進んでます
All right, so development on that first graphical update is proceeding smoothly.
これまでの13年にわたる膨大なアセットアーティストたちがですね必死に調整をしてくれてます
Like, bro,
Our
what's up
artists
with
are working
Rogan?
tirelessly to improve all of our 13 years of graphical assets.
このグラフィックスアップデートやファイナルファンタジー14のグラフィックスがどんなテクニックを使って作られているのか、このファンフェスの開発パネルでも実際にツールの映像などを交えて、お見せしていこうと思います。
So for those of you who want to know more about this topic of graphical update, as well as the kind of techniques that the team uses to create Final Fantasy XIV, we have this great development panel coming up a little bit later that will show you all about how we do this and show you even some of the tools that we use.
Oh, that's
か
cool.
なり
Yeah, I
面
want to
白
see
い
that.
内容になっていますので、ぜひ開発パネルの方にもご注目ください。
It's going to be really interesting, so we hope you look forward to it and are here to watch it with us.
では、どうしてもね、
Alright.
スペック上がっちゃうので、改めてちょっとお
Memory
さらいしておき
16
ます。
gig.
All right, while we're here, we want to remind you one more time about the new minimum and recommended requirements.
もう準備したよっていう人。
How many people are ready to go?
お、
All right.
半分ぐらいは
I'm ready,
大丈夫
dude.
です
About
ね。
half, that's good.
そこまでめちゃくちゃ高くしないようにしてますので、
My
ぜひ
PC
す
is
いま
up
せ
to
んが
spec
よ
for
ろ
this.
しくお願いし
So
ま
it
す。
should be
haven't raised
fine.
it too
I
much,
might need
but
to
please understand.
get more RAM, and I need probably
で
a
は、
CPU
残り
update.
の時間、この
Well, not
先
for this, but like in
7.0
general.
までに、アップデートしていく内容の、追加情報をお届けしていければと思います。
All right, so finally today, I want to talk a little bit about the content we have planned before the release of 7.0.
ま
Okay.
ずは、北米で発表させていただいた Xbox バージョンに関してです。
All right, first off, we have the open beta test for the Xbox version.
はい、Xbox バージョンはですね、来年1月中旬から2月にかけて、スタートさせていただきます。
And our test is scheduled to begin in mid-January and continue through February.
このオープンベータでしっかり問題点洗い出してですね 7.0、黄金のレガシーより前に Xbox バージョンも正式サービスへ、移行させていただきます。
This is again to find problems before the release of 7.0 and smooth all of those out so that we have a smooth launch.
ぜひですね、オープンベータプレイをしていただきつつ 7.0 の冒険に、Xbox ファンの皆さん、備えていただければと思います。
So all of our Xbox users out there, we welcome you to join the test and help us make the game great.
では続いて、新しい 7.0、7.0 じゃないや 6.5X で実装されるコンテンツ動画をご用意してきましたので、まずそちらをご覧いただこうと思います。
And so now for our next announcement of 6.5x content, we have this special video. Roll it.
Hey, Fall Guys, let's go! Preach is gonna love this. Preach is gonna love this so much. That was great. Oh, that was so fun. Oh, you get spinnerooed. Oh, that was so fun though. Dude, yeah, we need to stream this. We need to have a stream where we can stream this. Oh, Jimbo is standing up there slashing at Grex. This looks so fun. What the fuck? Woo! Oh, that looked so good. That was that looked a lot of
という
like
わ
a
けで
lot of fun.
大変お待たせしました、ファイナルファンタジー14のゴールド操作にいよいよフォールガイズが実装となります。
All right, you've been waiting a long time for this. Fall Guys will finally be available in the gold saucer.
パッチ 6.51 ということで、実装日出てますね。10月31日パッチ 6.51 リリースとなります。
All right, and as it says here, it's planned for release on October 35th. Patch 6.51.
31st, dude. Come on.
もうすぐだね。
All right.
Yes,
Nice.
in just a week.
今回動画で、ご覧いただいた通りフォールガイズのエッセンスを、入れつつフォールガイズチームにも監修してもらいながら
Is it
ファイ
temporary
ナルファンタジー14 独
Or is it
自の
forever?
味付けを行ったコラボレーションアトラクションとなっています。
So
I
as
mean-
you saw in the trailer, this collaboration will maintain that Fall Guys aesthetic. We had people from the Fall Guys dev team help us out and make sure that we followed that. But it will also feature this unique Final Fantasy XIV spin on all the frenetic Fall Guys gameplay we know and love.
こちらのコンテンツ
That's really cool.
24人まで同時にプレイすることが可能でもちろんマッチングにも対応させていただいてます。
This content is designed for groups of 24 players, with, of course, random party matching for players who don't arrive with their own alliance.
でこちらのフォールガイズなんですが、
Okay.
ちょっと特徴がありまして開催が、不定期というか何ヶ月かおきに開催されてしばらくお休みして開催されてしばらくお休みしてという数ヶ月おきにオープンとクローズを、繰り返していく予定です。
Okay, so one unique characteristic with this content is that it's not always going to be open. There will be periods of time where it is available and then period of times when it's not available, and we'll be repeating that over a cycle.
どうしてもそうしないとこう一気にねやったらまた人が他のとこ行っちゃってみたいなことになるので定期的にやっていきますのであまりね焦らずに皆さんの時間のある時に開催と合わせてやってってくれればと思います。
Again, we want to keep the balance between the two games and keep that fair, so we're going to have, again, times on and times off, so you can enjoy the Fall Guys content and then go back to other content.
もちろん多数のオリジナル報酬ご用意しておりますのでぜひプレイしてそれらのギアも手に入れてみてください。
And of course, there will be a great deal of unique prizes for those who participate and win, so please look forward to it all.
ではもう一つ、6.5X シリーズで実装となる、特別なクエストについてお伝えしようと思います。
And next, we have one final big announcement for a special quest that's going to be appearing in the 6.5x
A
series.
こちらも動画でまずはご紹介したいと思います。
We have a video
Okay.
to introduce this big announcement as well, so roll it.
Okay, all right. I'm listening. Whoa! Yoshida and Yoshi P work together? Yo! We got an ECA trial! Oh, that looks cool. That looks like a cool fight. Yo! We got a doggo! And we can pet him! Doggo match!
というわけでですね、ファイナルファンタジーシリーズ最新作16とのクロスオーバークエストのお知らせです。
That's right, we can finally announce our Final Fantasy XIV, Final Fantasy XVI crossover event.
ファイナルファンタジー16のプロデューサーの吉田さんから OK が出ましたんで、
So yeah, I asked the producer on Final Fantasy XVI, you might know him, Naoki Yoshida. He said it was okay, so here we go.
頑張って作ります。
Good.
That's right.
この永遠の旅路という物語、ファイナルファンタジー16の主人公であるクライブ・ロズフィールドと光の戦士の出会いの物語となってます。
All right, it's called The Path Infernal, and of course will feature 16's protagonist, Clive Rosfield, fighting alongside the Warriors of Light.
Yay!
も
That's
ちろん
great.
まだまだファイナルファンタジー16未プレイドという方もいらっしゃると思いますし、PS5 版今年の冬に買うよと、PC 版出たら買うよというふうに待ってらっしゃる方もいると思いますので、あまり過剰な16のネタバレにならないよう仕上げておきました。
Again, we've written the story so that it doesn't spoil too much of 16 for those players who have yet to play Final Fantasy 16 or looking to buy a PlayStation 5 this Christmas or maybe waiting for the PC version. But there's enough in it so that everyone should have a lot of fun.
先ほど動画でご覧いただいた通り、16で大人気であるトルガルという、狼の、報酬など多数ギアご用意しております。
And I bet you all saw the Torgal goodies in that teaser trailer.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, we're getting that.
Rest
No,
assured, there'll be
we're
a
not.
lot of
We're
unique
getting that.
loot for this collab, including gear.
オートコンボくれ確かにね、オートコンボコラボレーションで出てきたらちょっと面白い。
That would be great. That's a good idea. Have those auto combos in there?
でもそのリングつけるとアイテムレベル下がるよ。
Oh yeah, but if you do put on the rings of the timely rings, then your item level is going to go down. So I don't know.
ぜひですね、ある意味物語の導入に近い、それほどね、壮大な物語というよりは16の世界を垣間見るような冒険になっています。ぜひ、それらをプレイしてですね、PC 版だったり、それからファイナルファンタジー16の DLC などにもご期待しつつ、両方14も16も楽しんでいただければ嬉しいですと、ファイナルファンタジー16のプロデューサーの吉田さんからコメントを預かってきております。
So again, we'd like you to think of this collaboration as kind of an introduction to the world of Final Fantasy 16 for all of our Final Fantasy 14 players. We can't wait for you to get your hands on this new content, and we're currently developing alongside Final Fantasy 16 DLC and the PC version. And of course, you know, we got the okay from the producer, and he told us that, you know, it was okay to go. So we're gonna do it.
I'm glad that they settled their differences. It's about time.
ありがとうございます。では、ちょっとここでお知らせを最後基調講演ではあるんですがさせてください。
Okay, so next up we have a final announcement.
クラウドデータセンターというもののテスト、我々進めております。
All right, as I talked about recently, we have a cloud server, cloud data center stress test coming up.
今
November
まで、
21st.
皆さんがプレ
Okay.
イしてくださってる、データセンターというのは物理で、出来上がってるんですが、今回クラウドというたくさんの、マシンをつなぎ合わせてこうちょっとね動的に、大きくしたり小さくしたりできる、それをクラウドってよく呼ぶんですけど、それによってこうサーバーの拡張性が柔軟になるっていうクラウドデータセンターでプレイヤーの皆さんにぜひテストをお願いしたいです。
All right. Basically, up until now, all of our data centers have been using physical servers. And we want to do this test with the cloud servers to make it easier to expand these. And so, to help do this, we need your help with the test.
Yeah, I
5
am
年
a
前
little
から
worried
検
about
証
it
スター
being
トして、
laggy,
特にこの
but
3年かなり、
maybe it won't be.
一生懸命いろんな企業さんと組んで構築してきたんですけど、クラウドデータセンターでプレイした時、実際にはどんな負荷がかかるのか、どんな問題が出るのか、ぜひ洗い出しをさせてください。
So we have spent the past several years exploring this possibility of expanding our data centers via the cloud servers, and we're at a point now that we need your help to help us with, find out any kind of things and issues that may occur.
これからもファイナルファンタジー14どんどん拡張していくために、ぜひ皆さんのお手伝い、お力をお貸しいただきたいです。
Again, we would deeply appreciate your participation as it will help us continue to expand our game and our community.
その概要こちらになります。
So we're going to talk a little bit about what this test entails.
東海岸で、実際にクラウドデータセンターを行うんですが、アメリカのただヨーロッパ側からのテストもぜひお願いしたいです。
So the test will be conducted via our North American East Coast data center. That said, we encourage players from all over the world in Europe, Japan, to join the test.
そうですね、もちろん日本の方もぜひよろしくお願いします。
That's right. Players from Japan as well, you're welcome to join.
新規キャラクターのみ、作成可能で、テスト終了時に申し訳ありません、データは一旦ワイプさせていただきます。
All right, so we're going to be asking players to create new characters for the test, but unfortunately, we're going to have to wipe those characters after the test is over.
その他いくつかちょっと制約はあるんですが、キャラクターを作った際にですね、メインクエストや各ジョブのレベルをアップさせる冒険録、このキャラクターにプレゼントさせていただきます。
And as you can see, there are several
I don't
other
mind,
restrictions,
doing a
but to
little-
help players
little
jump
test.
right into the test right away, we will be offering Tales of Adventure for all the main scenario and all the main jobs.
ギルも5000万ギル
You think we
お渡しし
can
ま
make a
す。
character
And also
and do an
million
ultimate
gil.
on the cloud server?
ぜひ皆さんでですね、皆さんは自由にいろんなコンテンツをマッチングしてプレイしていただければいいだけです。
Again, we won't be asking players to play a certain way. We just need to have you come in and enjoy as much content as possible.
はい、ぜひ皆さんでさまざまなコンテンツプレイしていただけると大変助かります。
And again, we hope that you all join us in this test.
どうか皆さんのお力、ぜひ14のためにお貸しください。
Again, this is for 14, this is for our future, and we hope to see you join the test.
さあ、僕の基調講演もいよいよ終わろうとしておりますので、今回このドントレール黄金のレガシー、もちろん、ファイナルファンタジーシリーズイメージアート数々ねお描きいただいている天野先生にも今回ドントレーラーイメージイラスト描いていただいてます。
All right, so before we wrap things up this morning, there's one last slide I'd like to show you. All new Dawn Trail artwork by the one, the only Yoshitaka Amano.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Like to see it.
ファイナルファンタジー3をねちょっと彷彿とさせるような
Something about this artwork reminds me a lot of the original Final Fantasy III artwork.
天野先生も、非常にノリノリでいつもファイナルファンタジー14イメージイラスト描いていただいておりますので、今回もものすごいスピードで仕上げていただきました。
Again, Amano-san really enjoys making artwork for Final Fantasy XIV, and he created this in a short amount of time.
さて欧州ファンフェスティバル、スタートを飾る基調講演として、僕の、トークセッションでしたが、今日お話しできるのはここまでとなります。
All right, that's all for today's keynote. I can't say any more.
この先の
All right.
最後のい
Keynote
ろい
over,
ろ隠
boys.
された情
We
報
made
を
it.
す
We
べ
did
て
it.
ぶちまけていくのは
Let's look at the FanFest
日本の
schedule.
ファンフェスで行わせていただきたいと思います。
But I will be able to talk more when we see you again next at our keynote at Tokyo Fan Festival.
Yeah, and we will be watching that also. So let's see if we can bring up the schedule for this FanFest.
ではこのままオープニングセレモニーの方に移っていきたいと思います。
All right, so now it's time to move into our opening ceremony.
そのオープニングに際してですね、
You need both swords for the
Yeah.
opening ceremony.
いやもうクリッカーいらないからです。
Ah, okay.
All right,
Weapon
opening
change.
ceremony time.
今回ロンドンのファンフェス、ね、ここから開幕していきますが、とてもスペシャルなゲストにお越しいただいております。
All right, but before we move to the opening ceremony, I first need to summon a very important guest here with us for FanFest.
ファイナルファンタジーシリーズの生みの親、
The father of Final Fantasy,
ヒロノブ坂口。
Hey, Sakaguchi-san, welcome. I am feeling exhausted. I'm gonna quickly just go get some tea. I'm still here though. Don't worry, I'm still here. I was gonna get some tea.
いやーもう14プレイ始めてくださって2年以上ですよね。
もうガチで
so it's been about 2 years since you started Final Fantasy 14.
Oh yeah,
ここ
hardcore.
ここみんな非課線なんですよね
So everybody here is a warrior of light?
Warrior Bright。
すみません仲間です
Yeah, I am one of
仲間です
you.
まだ2年のちょっと新人ですけど仲間です
Although I've only been playing for 2 years, so I'm rather new to the scene.
もう毎日ほぼインして14が僕の生活の 30% ぐらいを占めているもう本当に14万歳
So I've been logging in every day, and I think it takes up about a third of my life, basically. So I just love 14.
いや
まあぜひ今日から2日間皆さんとのミート&グリートもありますし、今日明日ステージにも、特別コーナー
はい
ご用意してますので、ぜひですね最後までプレイヤーのもう本当光の戦士として来たっておっしゃってましたんで。
Sakaguchi-san will be here with us for the next 2 days for stages, for signing sessions. So if you see him, please, sir, to make you say hello because he's one of us.
あ今日はね一つお礼を言いたくて
Oh, there's one thing I wanted to mention. I wanted to show
Yoshida-san.
my gratitude to you, Yoshida-san.
カッパありがとうございます
Thank you for that costume.
もうカッパ最高でございます
I love that outfit. Thank you so much for that.
カッパのコスプレ作りましょうか。
So do we need to make some cosplay for you for that?
やりましょうか
Yes, please.
じゃあ改めまして、光の戦士の皆さん、放送を見てる皆さんにも一言何かご挨拶お願
All
い
right,
できますか。
so do you have a message for us here as well as everyone watching on the stream?
もう本当に世界中の方が見てらっしゃる
見てらっしゃいます。はい。
Everybody around the world is watching, huh?
Yeah.
カッパありがとう
Thank you for the kappa imp outfit.
まあ本当にこれだけ大勢の人でもちろん見てる方まあそういうみんなとその14の中で出会えて一緒に冒険できるっていう本当にこの素晴らしい場所だと思うので14は本当になんだろう心から感謝したいと思います本当にこれからもみんなで冒険しましょう本当にありがとうございます
And so there's so many people watching here as well as on the live stream, and it's just amazing to think how we can meet with each other in Final Fantasy 14 and go on our adventure together. It's such a wonderful place, this Final Fantasy 14, so I really want to show my gratitude from the bottom of my heart. I would love to continue on this journey with you all.
さあではこれから2日間皆さん盛り上がっていきますので、ここからは開発チーム運営チームのみんなも登場してオープニングセレモニーに移っていきたいと思います。
All right, so let's have a great 2 days. And to help us, let us welcome to the stage our development and operations team.
Hey. Hold on, I'm just gonna add something, some text real quick. Let's add. Alright, okay.
name is Tasha. Some of you might recognize me as Kiwi Kopo from EU Community Team, and I will be your host for this event. This is actually my first time on stage at Fan Festival, so I'm super excited and honored to be here, and I look forward to spending the next 2 days with you all.
There we go. I got that up.
But that's enough from me, because please give a very warm FanFest welcome to our lovely folks coming in all the way from Japan, our dev team.
皆さん、はじめまして、テクニカルアーティストの岡下と申します。
Hello, everyone. It's nice to meet you. I am Tatsuya Okahisa, a technical artist.
本日はこの後の開発パネルに参加する予定です。
So today's plan for me is to speak at the developers panel later today.
テクニカルアーティストって何だろうって思われた方はぜひこの後の開発パネルをご覧ください。
If you're wondering what a technical artist is, I hope you watch the developers panel later.
グラフィックスアップデートの内容も盛りだくさんでお届けしたいと思います。
We'll be talking about some of the elements that are going into the graphical updates as well.
2日間楽しんでいきましょう。よろしくお願いいたします。
Let's have fun this next 2 days. Thank you so much.
はい、皆さんこんにちは。バックグラウンドアーティストの志田正人と申します。
Hello, everyone. My name is Masato Shida. I am a background artist.
皆さん楽しんでますか？
Is everybody having fun so far?
私は、時差ボケで正直眠いです。
Me, I'm suffering from jet lag, so I am quite sleepy right now.
今回はですね、岡久さんと一緒に開発パネルをやります。
So I'm here with Mr. Okahisa to do the development panel.
ステージ上で眠らないように気をつけますので。
I will be very careful not to fall asleep while I'm on stage.
またすぐお会いしましょう。よろしくお願いします。
I will see you very soon. Thank you again.
Hey everybody, I spent so much time prepping for the keynote, I kind of forgot to make a speech for the opening ceremony. But I'm really excited to be back in London. I love being a part of all of this, meeting all of you. We have some great interpreters that are going to be handling this stuff on stage. That means I get to spend a lot of time down on the floor. If you see me, want to take a selfie, want to hug me, let's do it. I'm here for you. Let's have a great time. Thank you.
My name is Masayoshi Soken. Final Fantasy 14 Sound Director. Please welcome Fan Festival 2023 in London. それさっき俺言ったやつ。
That's what I already said. I already said that.
ですね、ここから日本語でいきます。
Pardon me for starting in Japanese from here.
新しいトレーラーの音楽はいかがでしたか？
I wanted to ask, what did you think of the new music in the music in the new trailer?
Thank you, thank you. 本日のファンフェスティバルいらっしゃった皆さん、本日はなんとピアノコンサートがございます。
So, for those attending today's Fan Festival sessions, we will be having a piano concert later today.
そして明日はプライマルズのロックコンサートがあります。
And then tomorrow we will have the Primals perform in a rock concert.
Let's have a fun!
Hello, everyone. My name is Toshio Morochi, your global community processor here, also known as a Fox clone. Nice to meet you. コミュニティチームモルボルことムロウチです。お久しぶりです。So actually, the London is personally a very special place for me personally because back in 2004, I was actually living in London to bring up the European service of Final Fantasy XI, and after around 20 years, I finally revealed a new alliance with Series A Cross of Valdio. So now I'm very feeling old officially. 個人的にはですね、ロンドンすごい思い出深い年でして、2004年頃ロンドンに住んでまして、ヨーロッパのファイナルファンタジー11のサービスを立ち上げるために住んでたんですけど、まさか20年経ったらここでね、14で新しい11のアライアンスレードが発表されるとは、まあそれは年も取ったなと思うところでございます。So yeah, so anyway, I will be wandering around all around the venue for next 2 days, so let's have fun together. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Heather and I will be interpreting for some of the stages at the London Fanfest. It is my first time on stage at a Fanfest and I'm super excited. I hope you enjoy the show. Thank you. And I would just like to say a quick hello to everyone on the stream as well. 配信をご覧になっている皆さん、こんにちは。ヘダルと言います。今回のロンドンファンフェスで一部のステージの通訳をさせていただきます。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
Hello everyone, I'm Babyyyy here from the Los Angeles office of Square Enix.
Bro,
I'll
like,
also be helping translate
that Japanese
some of the
flex,
stage
though?
panels.
Hi, Babyyyy. I
Hopefully you
love
all
you.
have fun the next 2 days. Thank you so much.
さあ、それでは2日間盛り上がってまいりましょ
う。All right, let's have a great 2 days.
Let's enjoy Fun Festival!
Thank you so much for the warm FanFest welcome. So, who here is excited for Dawn Trail? Oh, hello.
Oh, give me a sec. Okay, now it's working. Hello, Warriors of Light, online and in our audience. Sorry for the short delay, Tasha. I'm Julia from the EU community team. You might know me as Vistenya from the German community streams, and I'll be co-hosting with Tasha today.
Yes. Hello, Yulia. Now that I think about it, it's actually already been almost 5 years since the last physical FanFest in Europe, right?
That's right. Paris FanFest was in 2019. So it really has been a long time, and we're so excited to be back here with you.
Yes, so now before we forget, let's just quickly go over what's going to be on stage today.
Sounds
so
great.
First off, we're going to have a dev panel with 3 members of our dev team talking about all things environmental in Final Fantasy XIV. Then after that, we'll have our game show, Who Wants to Be a Gillionaire, with 8 super amazing content creators.
That's right. The 2 of us are actually hosting that one, so I'm really excited for it. But after that, it gets even better with Welcome to Naki's Room with Yoshi P himself, of course, and our special guest, the founding father of Final Fantasy, Hironobu Sakaguchi. It's gonna be a great one. Make sure you don't miss it. And after that, we're going to end the evening on a relaxing note with a beautiful piano performance by Keiko.
That's right. I hope you look forward to it, and make sure you check your event guide for a full list of descriptions of the events today.
That's right. Oh, and one last thing. We would like to give a huge shout out to our wonderful sponsors for this event. First of all, thank you to PlayStation for providing the gaming area with PlayStation 5 consoles.
We'd also like to thank Alienware for not only powering our Battle Challenge, but also our stage events with their PCs and peripherals.
And last, but certainly not least, we would also like to thank Secret Labs for providing us with their Secret Labs Titan Evo gaming chairs, which you will be seeing both on stage and in the gaming areas. Thank you so much for your support. We truly appreciate it.
Yep, our teams all worked really hard on setting up all of the stage events and like all the special games on the back. So hard that we actually got locked in accidentally in the venue last night.
She's not joking. I saw a message in our group chat at 1 a.m. It was wild.
It was fine. I got out eventually. So anyway, don't wander up too far though, by the way. Even though, okay, I forgot to say this, but now the events are officially open in the back.
That's right, you'll find our beautiful city states in the back here. You can make your way there slowly, no pushing, no panicking. You have 2 full days to explore.
I really want to go.
And please mind
it's
your
just
belongings.
so hard to
You
go
do
to the
not
UK,
want
and
to lose that
especially
goodie
right now,
bag. If
I'm
you've
not
already
really
had a look
in
inside,
any position
you'll find a
to
couple of gold coins. You
travel
can
at
use
all.
these to get crafting materials in the crafting corner. It's
definitely
great.
in the future.
That's right. Now,
Gotta
we're going to go into
go.
a short break, but
Yeah,
at
I was making some food
12:30,
real
I
quick. Don't
believe,
worry,
yes, we'll have our dev
I'm
panel.
just gonna,
Like
while
I
I'm
said,
doing
it's
the
going
thing,
to be with 3 dev members on
I was
all
supposed
things
to be here for the
environmental.
panel, so
You don't
yeah,
want
be
to
on.
miss this. It will be a 2-hour show, so make sure you stay hydrated and grab some snacks and be back for the show.
That's right. However, if you're not fully caught up with the main scenario quest, there might be a spoiler or two. So if you're really aware of that, if you want to be careful, maybe make sure you put on some headphones or something to avoid that. But otherwise, enjoy the show.
Yep, we'll see you in about 40 minutes, and until then, have a fantastic fan festival!
Alright, and we're back. Hold on, let me do that. And let me lower the volume by progress by a lot. Okay. Let me actually, like, really quick do another audio check. Just a very, very quick audio check, making sure that I'm audible and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna mute this for stream real quick. Then we're gonna go to Twitch, because Twitch is a little better for testing these kind of things. And then we just go like that. The stream thing. So, testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Hello? I can't tell if I'm like really low or if the browser is just low for me. So let's turn it up like this. Hello, hello, hello. That sounds a little better, I think. But okay, maybe like is blowing it out a bit, but what can I do? So let's be fine with that, because let's talk about what we saw here today. So the new areas look fucking amazing, first and foremost. I am so happy with the new areas. I have some tea and food here. Actually, let me take an allergy pill real quick, because I'm feeling like some allergy symptoms hitting me, which is why I started talking less and less throughout the keynote, and my reactions are getting a little duller. So I'm gonna take an allergy pill to hopefully not feel like that. So give me a second. All right, so that was the keynote. That was pretty cool. The Fall Guys thing is pretty cool. Can't wait to do that. It kind of sucks that it's temporary. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, it's gonna be dead content later anyways, but who cares if it's gonna be dead content? Just, you know, you made it. Let it stay, right? FF14 collab, fucking sick. Can't wait to do that one. Torgal Mount is great. So let's talk about the Dawn Trail stuff itself. Now, the area stuff, the one thing that I will say I was a little, not disappointed by, but a bit apprehensive about, is the lighting and the shading. I mentioned it a few times. The lighting and the shading of the areas themselves. The areas, visually, look amazing. The areas themselves visually look fucking stunning. And that's great. I love that. And I love the verticality of it. I love, like, the whole area with the fucking waterfalls and stuff looked fucking gorgeous. The dungeons, a dungeon with, like, you're like on this like mountainside almost with like these formations coming out. That's super cool. That's super fucking cool. So we got 30 minutes to sit and just chat about it. And I'm actually gonna mute this, and I will put on some. I won't put on any music. Or I kind of want to put on music, but it's gonna get like copyright struck. Sadly, so I can't. So I'll just have it quiet, and then I can probably add music in post if I ever decide to. I wish there was a little more about the graphical thing. Now that you have the panel for it, and we're gonna watch that, so hopefully to go through that a bit more. Now, there is a topic about, like, I really wonder where they take player feedback into account when it comes to, like, gathering this information, right, for the graphical thing. Now, the aura thing, it was a nice little thing, little touch-up that they did. But the question is, how much can they really do in terms of feedback for the graphical update? There's actually an article that I wish to read with everyone here. I just have to, like, my throat is a little killed right now, but that's fine. So here's an article that has been making the rounds on the FXIV discussion subreddit, where someone has translated a Brazil interview with Yoshi P, and I wish to go through it because, by the way, new job Wiper looks fucking amazing. I'm very excited for it. The updated trailer looked great. It had me very excited. I really do hope that for the story that the Scions actually split. Because I don't like this weird fucking thing they did in Endwalker where it's like, oh, the Scions have disbanded, and then, oh, now we're immediately back together doing stuff. Like, I get it. It's not like we're not friends anymore, and we're obviously gonna keep in touch and be all off doing our own things. It's just that I kind of wish that our character was off doing their own thing, separate from the Scions, right? Like, I don't really like being this guy that, like, just hangs around Y'shtola's little adventure into, like, other stuff, or like Alphinaud and Alizé's little adventure. I don't want Dawntrail to be their adventure that we're tagging along with. I want it to be unequivocally our adventure, and I do hope that that is the feeling we get through the MSQ of Dawntrail. And yeah, and that's really something that is on my mind and stuff like that. But also, it's like, man, the job gear, dude, Dark Knight winning again. Dark Knight stays winning when it comes to job gear. Now, I don't really care about job gear, even if it looks cool. Mainly because, like, I don't really like glamour that is restricted to one character. I think job restriction on glamour to begin with is a fucking joke and should not work like that at all. But whatever, that's just my opinion. And also, goggles on the crafter boy in the art, which are gonna make me mad because I want goggles on my fucking battle jobs, but I can't have them because they refuse to make him, and when they make him, they're fucking job restricted to crafters for some fucking reason. Yeah, I don't know. They should just make crafter gear like... They should just make it just to all jobs so that you can glamour it, because crafter gear has, like, really nice, like, casual gear, like, casual clothing on, that I wish I could just have on my Dark Knight, for instance. But whatever. So, let's read through... Actually, hold on. I need to take a bite out of... I made some chorizos. I want to actually take a bite out of this real quick. Hold on. Give me a second. I'll mute it because I know some people hate it when they hear people chew and stuff. Oh yeah, yep. That's a nice spicy chorizo. Man, I feel better already after taking that allergy pill. Okay, so let's go through this interview. Also, I will put this in my second monitor. Yeah, I will put the Fanfest on my second monitor to just wait for him to, like, open up, like, the other stuff, right? So, IGN's interview with Yoshi P at Brazil Game Show tackles 2-minute meta and cloud servers around the world. Translation by me. Sorry, credits to IGN Brazil. IGN managed to get a hold of Yoshida at Brazil Game Show and published an interview in Portuguese about a few subjects, including 2-minute meta. God fucking bless. And cloud servers. The interview wasn't as formal as some of what American Europeans are used to. Brazil likes to interview in a more free way, where you're just talking to the person like a friendly chat. I'll split Yoshi P's quotes from IGN's commentary. Hold on, I'm gonna take another bite. Sorry, I need food. I need sustenance, okay? It's just like, I'm sorry that I'm but a mortal man that still needs sustenance, but I need sustenance. Okay. IGN Brazil asked about new servers. Yoshida, this is one of the most asked features for Brazilians along the years. Interesting says, when talking about Brazilian players, saying the biggest issue with this request, not only in Brazil, but in other regions that like the servers, is financial costs. Yoshida, up until today, we always had physical servers for FF14 with high-end hardware that allows players to have smooth experience. I wouldn't say smooth, but serviceable. But these servers are extremely expensive, and this cost prevents from installing new servers around the world. Despite this, it reveals that Square did not stop thinking about some solution after all. FF14 has not stopped growing since it established itself as one of the main MMORPGs on the market when A Realm Reborn was launched in 2013. Since then, the game received 4 major expansions and another series of quarterly updates, offering hours of content to players. It is also important to emphasize that the title became the most profitable in the history of Final Fantasy franchise, in Yoshida's own words, surpassing the mark of 24 million players in 2021. Okay, so that we actually have an official metric on that one then. It is natural that the developers would look for ways to further expand the potential of subscribing players for the game. In the last 5 years, to try and remedy this, like the servers in Brazil and other regions, we have been carrying out tests with cloud servers to implement them. Says Yoshida, remembering an announcement made during the last live broadcast of FF14 community in September. We're now ready to start practical testing with cloud servers, and we'll talk more about this at the London Fanfest, where we'll announce a date. We want everyone around the world, especially in Brazil, testing to give us feedback so we can open these servers in the cloud in Brazil and make the experience better for you. IGN Brazil asked about localization to Portuguese. This is another thing about the people asking us a lot. Confesses Yoshida. This is the thing is F14. The biggest difference from others is that F14 gets constant updates. Every 4 months we have big patches. Every 2 years we have a big expansion, all for content. A current language team for which we have support, stay in Japan, working with the local team to deliver quick translations and localizations so that the content reaches the public as quickly as possible. Our biggest problem is that we don't have a team that can translate from Japanese to Portuguese there in Japan. Yoshida, if there are people out there who think they are good at Japanese as well as Portuguese, who want to live in Japan, who love F14, and loves would love to have I don't know why I forgot the name, the abbreviation, CBU free. Would love to have you on the team. Yoshida tells laughter. You have a global localization team with CBU free, so we can allocate people from different cultures and languages to help us. If you think this job is for you, please send us your CV. Yeah, do that. Absolutely. That's yeah. If you can speak Portuguese and Japanese, fuck it. Like, sign up, dude. Be the change you want to be in the world. Hold on, I gotta take another bite. Alright, it ended up being 2 bites instead. But, you're gonna take a sip? Man, feel so refreshed. IG in Brazil asked about 2-minute meta and the homogenization of jobs. Yoshida. That's a difficult question, begins Yoshi P. We have skill rotations varying between 60 seconds and 120 seconds for the most intense phases. That's how it works currently. But the reason it's like this today is that we received in the past feedback from all over the world saying, I think this is bullshit, by the way. I think this is bullshit. Anyways. Received in the past feedback from all over the world saying that the timing of fights were difficult. It was difficult to align skills between classes. We're asked to unify everything, and precisely because we received these requests to homogenize this, we homogenize this. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. I will say exactly why it's bullshit. In Shadowbringers, already, if you were just did your opener, then clicked everything on cooldown, it worked exactly like it does today. It worked exactly like it does today. The only difference, like back then, it was less punishing if you fucked up. And the only reason, I can guarantee you, the only reason it even was a problem in Shadowbringers at all was because of Ninja. Ninja having Trick Attack on that 1-minute cooldown made everyone in the game have to play around it, because you're just not, it's not like you're not gonna play around a fucking ninja, right? It buffs your damage every minute. That's fucking insane. So the only reason you would have any alignment issues at all is because of Trick Attack forcing you to be precise on the minute. Whereas if you don't have a ninja, Shadowbringers was incredibly fucking forgiving because every minute didn't have buffs up and it was just your own personal performance at that point that mattered. Yeah, I don't know. That smells like horseshit to me. I'll be honest. But also, I don't know. I played a lot of Shadowbringers. I kept up with the community a lot. I don't know where the fuck these. I don't know. I didn't see any complaints about this. I sure as hell didn't. It's like I can guarantee I did. I sure fucking didn't. At least. I can guarantee you, it's not all over the world. It's probably just from Japan, because Japan is notorious for having shit DPS. Pretty much everyone that plays in Japan, like both play in both Japan and NA or Japan and EU, will pretty much say Japan has shit DPS. They have horrible downtime strategies that like are consistent, but God fucking will they see Enrage every fucking time. So I don't buy this shit that it's like, oh, it's from all over the world. I don't buy it. And here's a problem that I kind of touched on earlier, but I want to talk about now, is that I don't know where they get their information. If it's the official forums, God help us all, because fuck, the official forums is home to like the worst takes of all time. And the reason it is because most people that actually give a shit and play the game feel unheard in the official forums. There is no indication, absolutely zero fucking indication that the official forums has had any effect on what the developers do in the game, except for the Japanese forums. That is the only time I've seen it matter. You know, you want to know when things matter for us in EU and NA? It is, here's what matters. Because here's the deal. You know Shadowbringers? I made posts about this. I complained about this. I bitched about this every fucking day. Blood Weapon. Why the fuck was Blood Weapon so goddamn inconsistent? Delirium had it worked the exact same fucking way. You activate Delirium, you want 5 Blood Spillers in, and you know what? It worked every fucking time. It had no problems. It was completely fine. Delirium was fine. But Blood Weapon, for whatever fucking reason, despite working the exact same way, had some scuffed thing going on with its timer where you consistently couldn't get that 5th GCD in during it. It was horrible. It was a problem through all of Shadowbringers, through all of early Endwalker. And you know what? That shit was complained about. I definitely have I have been to the official forums and have seen complaints about Blood Weapon. You want to know when they changed it? It was not when posts on the fucking official forums happened. It was when fucking Zeno bitched about it on his stream, and then that shit went on YouTube. That's when it actually was changed. So here's one thing that I'm actually really annoyed about this game, and that needs to be fucking changed. That absolutely needs to be fucking changed. They need to actively communicate in the official forums. First of all, the forums need a fucking redesign. They are horrible to navigate. The forums is like, you want to try and navigate like a discussion through that shit, it's a fucking 2005 garbage fiesta. It's horrible. They need to redesign it, first of all. Second of all, they need to consistently, like, participate in the discussion in the forums so that we know, okay, thank God, someone read this. Like, legit, all they need to do, here's what they need to do. All they need to do, they don't even need to write anything. Just make it so that if you have like a forum admin account for your community managers or Yoshi P or whatever, and whenever, what you do is like whenever one of those admin accounts clicks on a forum post, that post will now be marked as saying it has been visited by an admin. Do something like that. Now, they might not want to do that, because if they do that, then we'll see how much shit they actually don't read. But I think they should do that so we know that know what shit they're actually reading, so people can have discussions on posts, on existing posts that people are that the whatever admin accounts have already been reading, right? Now, maybe that's a shit solution. I just made that shit up on the spot, but that's what I think. Now, I'm speaking out loud, so my birds might start yelling, because whenever I speak loud, they think it's like something shit's going down. But whatever. So, let's continue on. In fact, in past expansions like Heaven's Sword and Stormblood, the designs of fight and classes were very different from how it is today. Just look at classes that have completely changed from their original version, like Summoner, Astrologian, Bard, Machinist. All these jobs are hated right now. Yeah, great, great listing. All these jobs are not good right now. Summoner is completely brainless. Astrologian feels like a broken version of what it's supposed to actually be. Bard is like a fucking coin toss whether or not you can actually bring it into fucking content, because the songs are so strict, and on top of that, in top, your fucking buffs can just be overridden because of the fucking buff, like the buff limit. Machinist has a complete identity crisis that just does not simply does not hold up in the current version of the game. All these jobs are perfect examples of like what doesn't work right now. Anyways, furthermore, the design of these the bosses and the arenas in which the fights take place were different, which created different situations and functions between melee and ranged classes. There are those who say that having game less on track is more fun, and Yoshi P is not against this idea, but there is a balance that needs to be discussed. Yeah, okay, fine. Of course, I don't want Heaven's Sword back. Of course I don't. I think Heaven's Sword was way too clunky. It has too much weird shit in it. Now, did it have aspects that I really liked? Yes, absolutely. It had aspects that I really liked and should come back. Like, I think healers in Heaven's Sword were a lot more interesting because they were a lot more dot-focused. And because they were a lot more dot-focused and a lot of damage came from dots, it allowed them to GCD heal a lot more, because their damage was a lot more passive, while also being something that they had to maintain because all their dots were on different timers. Like White Mage had like, what, like 3-4 different dots? But whatever. And also Stormblood. Stormblood also had shit I didn't like. It had TP. I didn't like TP. It had slashing resistance down and shit like that. Those hyper-specific debuffs that I also didn't like. It had tank stance. Tank stance was really clunky, and no one wanted to fucking use it. And the only job that could fucking use it was warrior, and even they only use it in their fucking opener, then turn it off for deliverance. So, of course, there are things in those expansions that I don't like, but overall, I think there is a lot in those expansions that I think we can take and take back to modern day and be completely fine with. Like, I think Dark Knight's design back then, you would have to do a little tweaking, like remove the enmity combo and stuff like that. But I think Dark Knight's design in Stormlight was super fun, personally. And I don't think any tank has really matched that ever since. And it's like, it feels like they just keep killing the uniqueness of all the tanks, especially like with Paladin's rework. Like, Paladin went from this job that I would never imagine myself to play because it's so different. It was so different, but I can play it now. And that's a shame, because the fact that I can play it and that I am kind of okay with Paladin right now means that someone that loved it doesn't love it anymore. Maybe they think it's okay now, but it isn't the Paladin they used to have. And that's awful. Like, I legitimately think the game should never be in a state where every person can think to themselves and be like, I can play this job. I can play, they look at the job and go like, I can play this job. I never think the game should ever be in a state like that. Because if everyone thinks every job is okay, then no one thinks that jobs are amazing. In my opinion. It's like, look at Black Mage, for instance. There are people that play Black Mage and they are Black Mages, right? They are the mage. Like, they don't play anything else. Get your fucking pussy red mage out of here. What are you, fucking Pokemon with Summoner? Bro, I'm a Black Mage. I cast Fire 4. I don't move for bosses. Bosses move for me. The party, I don't follow party strats. Party strats are made for me. It's like, you're the Black Mage, right? And that's cool. That's awesome. It's amazing that is in the game. But it's just like, why is that allowed to be unique and nothing else is? Right? It's like, and it also is like, it does leave a bad taste when it's like, that is Yoshi P's job. And that is the one job that gets to be unique. So it feels like really shit in that sense. Like, I know that's a conspiracy theory. Like, that's probably not the case. But come on, come on! It looks bad, is what I'm saying. Okay, so where we left off. Design of bosses, arenas, creative, blah blah. Right. Although hardcore players make up the majority of those who complain about FF14's combat, has become marginalized over the years, there's a significant portion of players who you can consider as intermediates who may not dedicate themselves to more difficult encounters as diligently, but who do want to challenge themselves to overcome the game's most difficult fights and engage more frequently with the combat system, and others who really stick more to non-combat options offered by the MMO. I mean, okay, hold on, wait. Homogen. Fortunately, consider intermediates who may dedicate themselves to the more difficult encounters as diligently, but do want to challenge themselves to overcome the game's most difficult fight. Then why remove job challenge? If these intermediate players want to challenge themselves, why are you removing it from them? If these intermediate players want to, like, really, like, try and get as good as their, maybe not the world's best, but they want to get as competent at their job as they're capable. And because, okay, because it's not just about the encounters. I think this is where the disconnect is happening. I think this is too much of a focus on, like, overcoming challenge through encounters, which I think is important, of course, but overcoming challenge of the encounters for your job is equally important. Like, it's not just about, like, overcoming an encounter. It's about how your job overcomes the encounter, in my opinion. And I think, personally, the 2-minute meta has made that worse. Because in the past, in Shadowbringers, as I said, because the timers were less homogenized in Shadowbringers, it allowed you to play less cleanly outside of those really important burst windows. Now, of course, there's a limit to that, because if you play like too unclean, you're gonna like fuck everything up, and then you're gonna like misalign shit for like the buff window, right? Of course. But it wasn't as strict. And with it being as strict now, all you have done is made it that these intermediate players that want to challenge themselves, now they have to play as good as they can. Like, they have to, like, now the intermediate players and the hardcore players have to perform on the same level. Because it's binary. There's no, like, oh, you can play this job, like, there is no spectrum to your job anymore. There, like, the fact that there is no spectrum to how difficult your job is and how much effort you can put into your job makes the challenge so binary that now you put the intermediates in a position where they have to perform like the hardcore players, or they can't play the game. A good example of this was P8S. P8S is a perfect example. Like, I'm sure that the testing team did play like intermediates in this case for testing that encounter. But because it is binary in how you play your job, it's a complete fucking pass-fail right now. They probably played it. They didn't really have any fails. And because of that, they could just go through the fight in their testing phase, and that's what they scaled it around. But then looking at, like, when it released, bro, there are people in my party that cannot align, can still not align buff timers. And you know what? They are way more punished for it. Misaligning buff windows now is far more punishing than it was back then. Because there's no spectrum anymore. You either fail or you didn't. And guess what? If you fucked up the 2-minute, you're gonna fuck up the 4-minute too, because you've drifted. Or God forbid you died. Oh my God, imagine you died, like, at a horrible point, and the cursed shit you have to do with some rotations to bring him back. That doesn't sound intermediate. To me, that's not intermediate friendly at all. To me, that sounds horrible. At that point, you're just asking intermediate players to play as good as the hardcore. And you're asking, and you are removing the challenge from the hardcore to do better than the intermediates. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just completely off base, but that's what I think. Anyways, let's read the last paragraph here. The last two paragraphs. We're okay with making things a little crazy and not having different timings all the classes. But again, we made these changes because we got feedback that it was feedback from where? This is the most whatever. They sincerely need to break down where exactly they're getting their feedback. What forum post did they read? From who did they get the feedback? They need to break this shit down. It needs to be more transparent, because I don't want in next expansion for Dark Knight to have a glaring obvious issue and nothing changes until Zeno yells about it on stream. I don't want that to be the case again. I want, if there is a glaring obvious issue, that the whole I want it, if there is a glaring obvious issue with a job, that they fix it without a fucking streamer pointing it out. It's so annoying. It's so annoying that you have to wait for a fucking streamer in EU and NA for for any of this shit, right? Like Machine, God, dude, when Blood Weapon got fixed and Machinist fucking Hypercharge didn't get fixed, I was laughing. That shit was funny, because then I know they don't know what they're talking about. Like, what the hell? Like where the hell are they getting their feedback from? Well, whatever. Anyways, too difficult before we understand. There are two types of players, so going forward, regardless of whether we change this or not, the community needs to reach a consensus. What is better? Something in the goddamn middle! Shadowbringers was fine! Shadowbringers was in the middle. If we look at Endwalker and we look at Stormblood, Shadowbringers is right in the middle, and it was fine. Why did we change it? It was only the occasional fucking job that Shadowbringers. The consensus is go back to Shadowbringers. If you want it in the middle. I want Stormblood, personally. Personally, I want Stormblood. But goddammit, go back to Shadowbringers. Means is taken into account by the developer, and from the question arises how much should Square Enix listen to the hardcore portion of the players who engage immediately and frequently most difficult content that F14 proposes. You should mostly listen to them because they engage with the content more than any other of your players. And also, I think they're way more hardcore players than they like to think they are. I think they believe there are more intermediates than there actually are, and I think there's a lot more, like, quote-unquote hardcore players than Yoshida thinks. Because, okay, so I've done a lot of Party Finder. These last two, I've done a lot of Party Finder. And I would like to think that Party Finder is fairly mid-core, because you play at your own pace, and there's no, like, real pressure on when you're gonna clear, and you're kind of with randoms, so it's like, it's not gonna be, like, very well organized and stuff like that. Every single person I have encountered in Party Finder fucking hates the way the game functions right now. So I think Yoshi P has the wrong idea of where intermediates are at in the game. Like that, again, I think legitimately it's just, I think this is a blame JP angle. This is a blame JP angle. Fucking JP players that can't deal DPS for shit, and then it's like, whatever. When I make a video, I'm gonna cut out the JP rants, because... But it does feel very clear to me that JP is where they get majority of their feedback, and that is, like, why a lot of things get untouched. Reporters seek to optimize each and every possible movement in relation to the average and casual player who also likes combat. It definitely doesn't sound like an easy task. Okay, here's a question, right? Cam, are you still in chat? Can you say hello if you're still in chat? Because I want to ask you a question. Just like, yeah, I'm going to give you a second, see if you're still here. Because I want to ask a question. I don't think you're... Okay, hold on. I'm also going to, like, let's quickly check the stream. The stream hasn't... the panel hasn't started yet, but whatever. No, okay, good. I'm glad that you're not here. So I have a question for you, right? Because this is where I want... So, do you want the game to be designed around... Okay. Hold on. Do you want the... Hold on. I'm gonna ask the question on Discord, because this might be considered harassment if I say it in public. So I'm just gonna write it to you on Discord. Hold on. So you just say yes or no. Now, I can't say that on stream, because it might be construed as harassment, even though I don't really mean it as such. But yeah, that's the question. Because that's what a casual player is. That is what a casual player is in this game. As much as I don't like that, and I wish that the skill floor was, like, a little higher, the reality is it is not. So I wrote to you what a casual player is, and do you think it should be, you know, designed around that? I'll give it a second. But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that they fucking ganked Yoshi P and they talked about this shit. It gave me some stuff to rant about, so I'm probably gonna cut this portion out and post it on YouTube. This will be my downfall of Final Fantasy video, even though I don't really think that. Okay, so the panel has started. Let's watch it. Why can I not? Dude, okay, one thing I really dislike about Opera GX is that it is, like, actually impossible to, like, take one tab and then, like, strap it to another. Oh, is the delay that long? Holy shit. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, yeah. Okay, let's turn on the browser sound again. And, like, we sit and watch this now. Yeah, sorry for the delay. Really sorry for the stream delay. Apparently the stream delay is really bad, but I'll try and fix it for next stream.
Alright.
Okay, I'll finish eating my food while I talk a bit.
はい、では大変お待たせしました。これよりファンフェス開発パネルやっていきたいと思います。
Okay, so without further ado, I'd like to start the dev panel.
まずはファイナルファンタジー
Dude, they had a freeze frame on him.
さんの吉田です。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
So to start, I'm producer and director of Final Fantasy XIV, Naoki Yoshida.
じゃあ皆さんに一言ずつご挨拶自己紹介がてらお願いします。
はい、ファイナルファンタジー14でテクニカルアーティストやっております岡久達也と申します。よろしくお願いいたします。
Yes.
Okay, so could I ask for you to introduce yourself, please?
Yes, my name is Tatsuya Okahisa. I'm a technical artist.
では志田さんもお願いします。
はい、バックグラウンドアーティストの志田正人と申します。よろしくお願いいたします。
Hello, my name is Masato Shida. I am a background artist. Thank you for having me.
まあ2人ちょっとナーバスになってるのでぜひ皆さん温かい感じで、リラックスして聞いていただけると嬉しいです。
So the two members here are a little bit nervous, so I'd appreciate if you can please be patient and be nice with them.
今日この開発パネルでは、ファイナルファンタジー14が、まあ、どういったこうグラフィックスアップデートを行っていったり、まあ、どういったテクノロジーでこうグラフィックスが出来上がっていくのか、7.0 の少し情報なんかも出つつお届けしていければと思ってます。
So in this panel, we'd like to give you a little bit of a glimpse into what type of work goes into the graphics in Final Fantasy XIV, and also introducing some of the specific roles as well.
前半はリードテクニカルアーティストの岡久君の方がメインで、主にキャラクターがどう作られていってるのか、テクニカルじゃないや。グラフィックスアップデートでどんな効果が見られるのかよりちょっと詳細に、明かしていければと思ってます。
So in the first half, Okahisa.
Sorry, I'm just gonna be a bit quiet right now because yeah, I'm just finishing my food. Sorry.
And also covering specific examples of his work as well.
そして後半は志田さんに代わって今度はバックグラウンド、いろんな映像も出てきますのでぜひご注目ください。
And Shida-san will be talking more about what goes into creating background work as well. So I hope you'll be interested and watch that as well.
さあでは早速岡下君始めてってもらいましょうか。
Okay, so without further ado, let's get started.
はい、テクニカルアーティストの岡下です。初めての舞台がこのような大きな会場で今とても緊張していて胃がなくなってしまいそうなんですけども、なくなったら助けてください。
So once again, my name is Tatsuya Okahisa. I'm a technical artist. This is my first stage ever, and it's such a large venue. My stomach is hurting quite a lot from the nervousness, but I would like to have fun. Thank you.
はい、では私の自己紹介からさせていただきます。ゲーム開発歴は今年で10年になります。参加タイトルはファイナルファンタジー14です。
Okay, so just a little bit about myself. My career in game development is now about 10 years now, and my title that I've been working on has always been Final Fantasy 14.
申請する直前の2013年、新卒として14チームに加入し、14一筋でここまで開発を続けてまいりました。
So I joined the team right before we relaunched as A Realm Reborn. I was straight out of college and joined the Final Fantasy 14 team, and I've been on the team since then.
そのため14ないしはユーザーの皆様に育てていただいたと感じております。本日このような場でお話しさせていただける機会を持てて大変嬉しく思っております。
And so Final Fantasy 14, as well as the players out there, were the ones that grew me in my career. And so I'm very happy to have this honor to speak with you on stage.
書いてる通り、岡久君は新卒で2013年入社して、なんとそこからもうひたすら10年間14を支え続けてくれてます。
Well, as explained, Okahisa-kun joined the team 10 years ago, just as the timing when the game was relaunching as A Realm Reborn. So his whole career has been devoted to Final Fantasy 14.
そんな岡下君のちょっと人となりのエピソードを1個だけ紹介したいんですけど、
I want to introduce a funny little anecdote about you, Okahisa-kun.
岡下君ちょっと困った子でしてとにかく仕事が大好きというか、ゲーム作るのが大好きすぎてなかなか家に帰ってくれないんですよね。
You're a bit of a troublesome little member of the staff, Okahisa-kun. You love your job so much that you enjoy creating games so much that you just don't go home.
だから当時は土曜日曜もちょっと隠れて会社に来て、会社の環境でもうとにかくいろいろやりたい。当時のねプロジェクトマネージャーたちが岡久君が帰ってくれない、どうしましょうみたいな。
I remember back in the day, you would even go to the office on Saturday and Sunday, and you would be hiding out in the office doing your work. And I remember the project managers were so worried. They came to me and they were like, Okahisa-kun, what should we do about him?
僕も似たような性格なんでね、あんまりこうやりたいっていう子はあんまり止めずに、でも体調だけは気をつけるようにねって言って生温かく見守ってきた10年。
That is the kind of crazy person you have to be to work on an MMO.
Quite similar in that respect. So I think it's not a bad thing, just as long as you don't go so far as to work so much that it's detrimental to your health. So I enjoy just watching from the distance and seeing you develop.
ちょっと遊び感覚でやっていて、裏でそんなことになってとは思ってなかったんですけども、その経験が今に生きてるのかなというふうに思ってます。
Yeah, I was just having so much fun with my job, and so I didn't realize such a thing was happening in the backgrounds. But yeah, I feel that the experience really pays off.
じゃあ早速代表的な仕事ちょっとね紹介してってもらいましょう。
Okay, so without further ado, let's see some specific examples of your work.
はい、今表示されているスクリーンショットがこれまで担当してきた仕事の一部になります。
So you will see some of the screenshots of the different projects that I've done.
グラフィックス関連でアーティストのこれやりたいを実現するために必要な仕組みの整理やレギュレーションの見直しなどを行っていました。
So what I do is I listen to the graphics artists, and if there are any specific new things or a desire for them to try out something in the graphics, I would help with them to come up with systems.
This armor in the middle was so fucking cool. The Abyssals gear was the best part of Abyssals. The fight themselves, not that cool.
For example, when the red mage casts their spell, the artist wanted to have an effect where the orb and the rapier kind of comes together, and so I tried to help with coming up with a system that would allow that to be shown in game.
遅延なども考慮しつつ、モーションがきれいに再生されるような処理の流れを考えたり。
Yeah, can't come up with a system for these guys to wear hats though. Unfortunate.
Properly so that despite any sort of lags or the delay that it may cause, the motion would be properly displayed.
新種族や泳ぎモーション、召喚獣などのメモリのレギュレーションを決めてたりしていました。
And lastly, I would also come up with the different regulations that surround the new races, any action and motion related to swimming, summons, and things like that.
最近だとパンデモニウムの時から本格的に実装されたエフェクト付き装備の実装に
I'm fucking sending this to people.
Recently, I helped with coming up with a system to allow for an effect.
Images you can hear. Let's check your Twitter on the side as they talk about this.
Okay, so let us take a look at the process that goes into this. First, the artist would send over a very cool-looking design document.
そしてエフェクトと防具が一体となった新しいデザインを実装させたいですというオーダーがありました。
And then the request here was to have the effect kind of together in the gear, and it's a new design that we want to make a reality.
さらにこの装備は後ろのリングのようなエフェクトも防具のデザインの一つなので、常にエフェクトは表示させてくださいというオーダーもありました。
And on top of that, there was a request, because this ring in the back was part of the design of the armor, we want that effect to be constantly displayed.
That is, I mean, it's a cool fucking armor. Like, don't let me tell you any different.
So it was a first that we had this kind of effect, a large effect, show on a piece of armor. So we had to come up with a way to specify and to design it so that it properly displays in-game.
Oh man, am I familiar with this plane?
So of course, this is what we would be looking at in our process. If we just just put it in as we would regularly do it, the character and the effect would display it on the screen. It looks pretty complete at this point, but there were some issues. Okay, let's try to summon a mount.
マウントオメガに起乗しました。こちらは大丈夫そうですね。
Okay, and we are on board the Omega mount. It seems fine right now.
Oh, hello! He got a little halo!
Takes flight, you may see that there's a little bit of protrusion going on.
Oh, okay, I get it. It phases through mounts. Yeah, I can understand.
That said, we see a little protrusion here as well. Let's look at these.
エフェクトだけミニマムがかからず大きなままになってしまいました。
So you can see when the enfeeblement minimum comes on, the ring stays the same size, so it still stays very large.
I mean, that's actually an issue in oh, I can't say that. That's spoilers. I can't say that. That's an issue in I was about to say I can't say that. That's spoilers.
It kind of collides, and sometimes there's a conflict with existing systems.
I was gonna say what I was gonna say. Sadly, can't say it.
So what I do is to help with the artists and get their image, what they're envisioning in-game, and to make sure that it's displaying properly within. And so I would have to write different new rules or expand on some of the existing systems and things like that.
ただ難しいことはやっていなくて、例えばマウント時にエフェクトが干渉してしまう問題に対しては、指定部位のエフェクトをオンオフする機能を新たに導入して回避しました。
That said, it's not all too complicated. For example, here we had an issue where the effects kind of interrupted with the mounts. So we would have a grid of which areas we would have turned on and off, and so we were able to mitigate the situation in that way.
例えばこんな感じのシートを用意して、全パターンの組み合わせを調整できるような仕組みを
I see, I see, I see.
して実装
That must be a really annoying process, like going through each and every mount to try and see does it work, does it work, does it work.
Of our combinations of how we would have our effects and mounts, and then I would work with the programmer to make sure that it's implemented correctly.
結構力技ですよね。スケールの問題も単純にミニマムがかかっても問題がないように新しい計算方式に全部見直しました。
Yeah, it's pretty hands-on, I think. A lot of manual work that goes into it. Scaling as well was an issue, so we had to review some of the formulas that were utilized in the calculations. After we had reviewed it, we were able to solve the problem where the enfeeblement will also be reflected on the effects as well.
まあだから魔法のようなね仕組みを考えたりっていうところももちろんそうなんですけど、こういうシートを使ってね地道にフラグをこうチェック。
I see, I see. I wonder if I don't know if I will keep streaming this because I don't really have I don't really want to react if I don't have anything to say.
Yeah, of course.
Which I don't think I will in this case. Also, my throat is tired.
Using the sheet, and you'd be going one by one, checking, flagging.
So what I think I will do, I will end stream here. Also, apparently I have massive delay issues, so that's also a problem. We'll end it here, and then I will watch this on my own. And if there's anything interesting happening, I'll make a video about it.